Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Hardcast Commander. This is Season 5.
Woo!
First episode.
Yeah, on an ongoing series.
On an ongoing series.
Where we play Commander.
Absolutely, yeah. The seasons just allow us to track the points. We're playing Dominaria United today, and I am joined by Trent, as always.
That's me.
And over on the other side, we have Piper.
Hello!
And Avian.
Howdy.
Yeah, and we're going to play some Dominaria United. So,
Are we going to address the elephant in the room? We're on YouTube.
oh,
We're
yeah.
on YouTube
Hello,
now.
YouTube.
Hello,
Everyone on
YouTube.
I love you.
Yeah,
Hello,
so don't
comment
forget-
section. Please be nice.
Please be nice. We love you here.
We are going to mess up some of the rules. It happens everything.
We suck.
We are really bad at this
We're
game.
terrible magic. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Click the bell to get notified every time a new video goes live. Well, we're obviously all starting on 0 points now. We're refreshed.
We're already
Yeah.
fresh. It's a new
Yeah.
season.
Trent won the last season.
That's right.
Except there is so much stuff coming out that we won't get to play Trent's Winner's Choice game until like episode 5, I think.
Yep.
Yay!
We'll get there.
Thanks, Siri. How do we score points? It's a good question, Trent.
How do we score points,
That's a
actually?
good
I've never been...
Bring it up, please, producer Jacob. PJ's on break.
Yeah, we got it. You're just like, you're jumping so far ahead. This guy's like, producer Jacob. Also, there's Jacob.
Yeah, also,
Welcome
Jacob.
Jacob. PJ's still our producer. Jacob's covering for him today, but we'll get Jacob in some more times, I'm sure. We love Jacob here.
Oh, thank you. I love being loved.
He's got a microphone and everything.
He does.
He does have a microphone, yeah.
Why do I do that?
That's enough
I'm
power.
talking whenever I want. I've got so much power.
So much power. So much. So how do we score, Dylan?
We score points by how we finish the game. So if we finish first, we get 4 points. Second gets 3. Third gets 2. And last gets 1 point. You also score a point for getting first blood. That is the first amount of combat damage you deal to another player. The first person to do that gets an extra point. You do lose the point for not casting your commander all game, and I have updated that final line now.
Ooh.
You do lose a point for killing everyone without someone else taking a turn.
Cool.
You're welcome for that little addendum.
Yeah.
Important.
It was good, yeah.
It's always good.
In fact, he's back.
He is in fact back, yeah.
It's always good coming into the team for the first time and then causing an entire rule change to the game.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You got to leave your mark.
Yeah, always got to leave a mark.
You know what? Like, every single future season of Hardcast will remember me regardless if I'm here or not. But I will be here.
That's freaking ominous. Like,
Forever.
Yeah.
if no matter what happens to me, and something might happen to me, you will remember me just in case something happens to me.
Just in case, just on the off chance that something will happen to me.
We're going to explain the decks we're playing today for Dominaria United, so let's head on over to the overhead. Thank you, producer Jacob.
Editor Dylan will edit in bullet holes into the screen and sounds of gunfire for you. And smoke. Real life smoke that looks like it's flowing over the board.
And a little dancing hamburger.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the most important one. So how's your deck playing today?
Okay, I'm playing Astor, Bearer of Blades.
Hold on. Before we get to that, does the little dancing hamburger have a wife? Maybe a little dancing hot dog?
Little dancing dachshund little dog.
This is important, Dylan.
All right.
Okay.
We'll think what I do at the end of this right? So, today I am playing Astor, Bearer of Blades. He is a new rare legendary creature in Dominaria United. He is a human warrior. He's 2 red-white for a 4/4. So that's pretty...
4 mana 4/4.
4 mana 4/4,
Yeah.
pretty standard.
Very good.
He has an enter the battlefield effect. When he ETBs, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order.
All right.
He also has 2 passive abilities. Equipment you control have Equip 1, and vehicles you control have Crew 1.
He's very good.
One thing to note is he adds them. So if there was something like the Weatherlight Completed that doesn't have a crew cost, it would have a Crew 1 with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like replace the crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like give it crew
It
one,
gives
yeah.
it Crew 1, yeah. One thing I found out recently, though, is that doesn't work on Reconfigure because it's an entirely separate keyword name.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though it's essentially equip and unequip.
Wait, but that doesn't matter because they are equipment. The creatures, they are
Yeah,
equipment,
true,
and
true.
they have equip 1.
Yeah, but you
So
just
can they use equip 1 even though they're reconfigured creatures normally? Can they still activate the ability equip
Yeah,
even though they're
yeah, but they can't. You have to pay the reconfigure cost to unequip them.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, no, hang on. But if they're equipped to something, they're an equipment, and they have equipped one, you should be able to use that, right, to equip to something else. They were still...
Yeah, but if they were to unequip entirely.
Oh, that's the only
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. You can't just equip to nothing, of course, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Whoa.
So in the deck, I've got a bunch of equipment and a bunch of vehicles. Well, actually, I've got not too many vehicles, but it's mostly equipment stuff. I'm basically playing that red-white equipment kind of theme that the Commander pre-con decks have been having since Commander Legends.
It's a classic Boros kind of archetype as well. You see a lot of it.
A little bit of spice. We've got 2 swords here, Feast and Famine and Hearth and Home. I would argue 2 of the best swords.
They're pretty good. Hearth and Home's okay.
Hearth and Home is an animist, Sword of the Animist, and a
Flicker.
ephemerate. Almost.
Yeah.
A flicker that allows you to search a land, put it on the battlefield, and then flicker whatever it's equipped to. Which is good because Astor has
Is it?
ETB.
No,
Does it
it does
reattach?
anything. It does any...
any
it's like
creature,
any creature you own.
So
you
any-
own as well, so
yeah.
take your creature, you can get it back.
Exactly. And Feast and Famine, we've all seen that before. Untap all your lands, and the person who the player who takes damage just cuts a card.
And also, no, it doesn't re-equip, by the way, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Okay.
work. They also have Prot green and white and protection black and green. So, I mean, there's 2 greens here.
I didn't hear any blue.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't hear any bell.
I also have commanders played in here, which
Alright.
is protection from colors that are not my commander. And for the first time ever in, I believe, in Hardcast history, I'm the only person playing red and white.
In Commander history in general.
In commander history in general.
Yeah.
At any table, yeah.
No one, we ignore Feather.
I'd love to look through
Wait,
our previous
It's the only time
videos.
we've ever played red-white on Hardcast.
I think it might be.
I played
This is the
with
first time
Winota.
I've played red white.
Oh, you have? I was going to say, I played
And,
Winota.
and I'm pretty sure
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like the first time that I've played a color that isn't represented by someone else at the table. So,
Possibly.
Niche call.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say, it's a new
alright, whatever. All right,
We'll see.
I
You
got
might be
some big
right.
stuff here. I've got Blackblade Reforged and Colossus Hammer. Giving them equip 1 makes them pretty much completely destructive. Big beastie on the commander, or even on anything that I want to hit with.
There's some cool stuff here.
Helm of the Host becomes a very interesting card in this deck, with equip 1 allowing me to essentially copy any creature I have at the start of combat, including the legendaries.
That's non-legendaries, and then getting more equipment to equip to those cards. Very cool.
Yeah. And then I've got the Reaver Cleaver, which is a new one out of a Dominaria United Legends Legacy deck, commander deck. It is gives equipped creature +1/+1 and trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, create that many treasure tokens.
Freaking cool.
It has the word treasure on it. It's fun.
Okay.
In terms of the package around what I have here, I've got the classics like Pure Steel Paladin, which lets me draw a card every time an equipment enters, and equip cost is 0 if I have 3 more
A
artifacts.
staple of the genre.
Staple of the genre. Leon and Shikari equip abilities are instant speed. Some of the new cheeky ones: Horde Hauler, giving me treasure when it deals combat damage to a player for
Nice.
each artifact they control.
Very cool.
Denitha Benalia's Hope from the new set from Dominaria United as well, which is First Strike Vigilance Lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, I may put an aura or equipment card from my hand or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to Denitha.
Yeah, I really want to try that as its own commander as well. I think that's
Yeah.
really, really strong. She can very easily, you play her, the helm comes out of the graveyard onto her, and then you go straight to combat, and then you make another one, and pulls another card straight out of the card onto her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's
super
really
strong,
good.
super strong.
Akiri, Fearless Voyager, a recent one from Zendikar. Rising, whenever you attack a player with 1 or more equipped creatures, you get to draw a card. And then you can pay 1 white and unattach an equipment to give it indestructible till end of turn. And tap that creature. And from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, Fighter Class, which is really great for this deck. When it enters the battlefield, I search for an equipment card, put it in my hand. And then the key here is the 1 red-white at level 2. Equip abilities to activate cost 2 less. So combine that with Astor, my equips become free again.
0.
Yeah.
And free equips, so you can do some really
In fact,
weird
it's-
stuff with that.
1-2, -1. You actually gain mana every time you try to equip. That's not how
That's
it works.
exactly how
That's
it
not
works.
how it
Yep.
works.
Yep.
Absolutely. You heard it here.
Look, man, I'm a
Thanks,
Pokemon
man.
judge, not a Magic judge. You're gonna
That's
have to
fair.
take that up with you.
They're basically,
Yeah, I was going to say, you
Yeah.
agreed with them, so
look, they're basically the same game.
they operate identically.
The level
Absolutely.
3 of Fighter Class isn't a really big thing for this.
I don't
It's
think you'll
5
ever
mana.
activate
Whenever a creature you control attacks up to 1 target creature blocks against combat enable. I think I'm only ever going to use that if I have a very strong board state, but there's massive pieces stopping me from getting through. I might
Yeah.
just use that to do flavor.
Free removal on
Yeah. Also,
Chaff.
it lets you more importantly as well, lets you attack with two equipped creatures, one chaff little guy, one big guy, and make something that could block your big guy, block the little guy. I think like we just said though, it's 5 mana to activate. You've already sunk 5 mana into it. It's 10 mana to get there. I don't think we'll see it this game, but it's definitely going to come out. I think that card's very flexible, obviously.
Does what?
It's there if I need it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're looking for the 5 mana stuff, but yeah, it's really good. The fact that just ETBs and searches and equipment is just makes it a Stoneforge Mystic in your deck, and that's insane.
Or an Open the Armory.
Yeah, over the armory. You can also go tutors and stuff for it, in Light and Tutor, can go for that, and then go for something else, so on and so forth.
I'm looking forward to it. That's my deck. It'll be interesting to see how it goes through with interaction.
Yeah, who knew a Boros combat deck could be so comprehensive? Let's talk about Baru Wurmspeaker for a second. So Baru is speaking of comprehensive, he's 2 mana and 2 greens. He's a 4 mana 3/3. He's a human druid. Ooh. He doesn't care about humans or druids. What he cares about is worms. Worms I control get +2/+2 and have trample. That makes them awesome. A lot of stuff +2/+2 trample is just a freaking awesome, insane anthem. That's so.
That's
it's
really
hard
good.
to put into words how strong that is on a 4 mana body.
And then pointing in at creatures that are already huge.
Already, of course, and you can make quite a few of them. His ability is 7 and a green, so 8 mana to tap him. A little expensive, but it's create a 4/4 green worm creature token, which is pretty cool. And that obviously becomes a 6/6 with trample, really solid for 8 mana, not bad. And then this ability actually costs X less to activate, where X is the greatest power among worms I control. So he makes a worm that's a 6/6, and then his ability becomes 2 mana from A, immediately.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's super cool. I think the best way to play Baru is honestly play no worms and kind of just go into all self-interaction, keep him alive.
Why would you ever do that?
And why would you ever do that? So I didn't. What I did was I went into the Worm Tribal main deck. I put a bunch of worms in my deck. They're cool. Some of them are actually not a joke. They're pretty interesting. Bellowing Tangleworm is an Intimidate that gives my whole board Intimidate. So they can't be blocked except by green creatures or creatures that are artifact creatures. So if you're not playing green, I'm unblockable, which is pretty cool. I have Elder Scale Worm. Who designs these cards? It's a 7 mana 7/7 trample. When it ends the battlefield, if my life is below 7, it becomes 7. My life can't go lower than 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's awesome. Impervious Great Worm is a 10 mana 16/16 with Convoke and Indestructible. He draws me cards when I play him under Elemental Bond. Engulfing Slagworm. No, these are the two interesting ones. So I really like Engulfing Slagworm. This is a random card from Scars of Mirrodin.
I love that.
It's whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, I block the creature that it's blocking or being blocked by, and I gain life to the creature's toughness, which is not just good on a 7/7. It's great on a 9/9 trampler that now has nothing blocking it, and it just gets all through for 9. So that's amazing. And then lastly, it's Wurmcoil Engine. He's a 6 mana 6/6. He's a classic of the format. People all know what he does, but let's talk about him in the context of Baru. He comes out as a 6 mana 6/6 Death Touch Lifelink. When you make him an 8/8 trample Death Touch Lifelink, you can tell things get crazy. Death Touch Trample is already a really cool interaction by applying 1 and then the rest of the player. When he's brought into a graveyard of the battlefield, of course, you make a 3/3 worm with Death Touch and a 3/3 worm with Lifelink. Those are going to be 5/5s with Death Touch, Trample, Trample, Lifelink. So hopefully, obviously. It's very cool. You can put this guy down, he's an 8/8, and then all of a sudden you're paying 1 green for this ability, which is really cool. Just kind of force multipliers is the rest of the deck. So cards like Side of the Scale Lords, where my whole board gets +2/+2 Vigilance, +4/+4 Vigilance, Trample, Brample. Parallel Lives, of course, just double my tokens. Very solid, amazing.
Good with that Wurmcoil Engine.
Exactly. Oh, absolutely insane with that. He obviously cares about the greatest power among worms, not combined power, but doesn't matter. This card's insane. I play Doubling Season as well. Sandworm Convergence makes a ton of worms. I make a worm every end turn. They're 5/5s. Eat your heart out, Baru. 7/7s with Trample, and creatures with Flying can't attack me or Planeswalkers I control as long as it remains on the battlefield. It is 8 mana. A lot of my deck is 8 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, whatever. But we're playing green, so we ramp a lot. And lastly, Craterhoof. Needs no introduction. It's won a couple of games on the stream, on the show. Needs no introduction. And lastly, Seaborn Muse. Normally doesn't need much of an introduction, but in this deck, I play a couple of cards that let me untap my lands, untap my creatures, and that helps me get more and more worms on the battlefield. And having that base 4/4 stat line is still really, really good. It's if you try to remove Baru in response, I'm still going to make 4/4s. I mean, it'll be 6/6 tramples, but 4/4s are still amazing because they still trigger every Garruk's Uprising card in the format. So they're very cool.
You can run away with this game
very
quickly if we don't keep a lid on some of that.
Exactly. I think that my deck is going to need lots of pieces to kind of come together, and then over time, maybe a turn cycle, I'll have 5 or 6 worms and just be super, super aggressive. But it is kind of lots of pieces together.
Thing is, you can have lots of pieces together, all 15 mana.
That's also true. Exactly.
True, if you reach that amount of mana and you're just playing drawing 1 card a turn, playing a 6/6, making a 6/6.
It's not bad at all.
That's
very, very strong.
Fine. That's hard to beat.
It's strong. It's going to be a really exciting deck. I love tribal stuff, and Worms are no exception. So we'll see how the deck goes, and let's talk about. Speaking of tribal, let's talk
Speaking
about
of
it.
tribal, I'm coming in the start of this season very similarly to the way that I came in at the start of last season, which is playing Merfolk Tribal. Because there's one thing about me, is that I love my goddamn Merfolk Tribal. So I'm playing Emperor Mihail II. He is a Merfolk noble who just came out of the it's the set and collector boosters, I'm pretty sure. The ones the exclusive commander cards that didn't actually come in the commander decks.
Yeah, sorry, Baru is also one of those.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Yeah, a lot of really, really cool cards came out of that. So he's a 3 mana, 1 and 2 blue. Merfolk love their heavy blue devotion.
Yeah.
You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Awesome. You may cast Merfolk spells from the top of your library. Sick. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token. Even better.
It does everything you need.
He just does so much. He is so cool. He's only a rare as well. Like he is absolutely phenomenal in my personal opinion. I immediately wanted to shove him into the 99 of my commander deck, which is what I played at the start of last season. But then I was like, oh, if I gotta play a new commander from this set, it's gonna be the Merfolk, you know. So it's absolutely incredible. But notice how he says Merfolk spell. So you can play stuff like Mero Commerce, which is a tribal enchantment, which is a Merfolk spell, which is at the end of your turn, untap all Merfolk you control, make that, create a Merfolk. You can play stuff like Aquatex Will, which is once again a tribal sorcery for Merfolk. Put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types. If I control a Merfolk, draw a card. Absolutely incredible. I will always control a Merfolk when I play this, because he creates a Merfolk when I play this.
Well,
So.
yeah. Also, if you cast on the top of your library with him, you got a Merfolk.
Exactly. Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Like really, really good stuff. I've got a little bit of a control shell because there is another really interesting Merfolk card that came out of Dominaria United, which is Vidalian Hexcatcher. It's got flash. Other Merfolk I control gain 1/1, and sacrifice a Merfolk to counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
And you can just keep doing that.
In response to spells. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed it
it's
does say
scary as
non-creature, so it's not going to be as effective against decks like, say, big worms, but it will be effective against decks like big artifacts. We've also got
I like that little was it spell sprite negate
Yeah.
for your Merfolks?
I was gonna say there's an interesting thing with that card where it's very nuanced, but like when you play spells, or say if they don't pay the 1, right? If they can't pay that mana, like say it says like mana leak, because they can't pay 3. They only have 2 mana, right? They can't pay 2 and then it doesn't work. They just can't pay that mana, right?
Yeah.
So they just don't, and the spell gets countered. But with that, because it's single triggers of 1, you can keep stacking them up and saying, do you pay that? And when it resolves and they do pay that 1, you put it on the stack again. And you can make them spend all their mana, and
One by
then
one.
make them put through the next one. Like they say, okay, now it still doesn't work. So they have to keep going, okay, if I want this to resolve, I have to keep committing mana, and you can still stop me. So maybe I just choose not to at some point, but then I'm like, okay, you've not sacrificed any Merfolk, XYZ. Very
and
nuanced card.
I'm the sort of person who gets like a visceral joy from saying, do you pay the tithe? So
Yeah.
I will enjoy doing
my
that as
God.
well.
Isn't that wild?
It's
becomes
so
a-
good.
Sunk cost fallacy, the card.
Yeah, it's like, what do I
Curse
do?
Catcher, baby version of Vidalian Hexmage. Just sacrifice Curse Catcher to counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1.
Yeah, Curse Catchers are just so hard to play against.
Yeah.
So
So
good. Such a
frustrating.
good card. If I manage to open Curse Catcher, I'm set, right?
Yeah.
Love
Like-
that card so much.
Also, just 1 mana Merfolk are great in your deck, obviously, because you're making more Merfolk.
Exactly. They're so good. So much value. Low Mage Mentor as well for like even more control.
This is so crazy.
This is so crazy, right? So whenever a spell or ability I control counters a spell, I may put a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token onto the battlefield, tap 7 untap Merfolk I control to counter target spell.
And then make a Merfolk.
Then make a Merfolk.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Absolutely insanely awesome.
And then you can just sacrifice it that
Yep.
you made.
Yep.
And they're all 2/2s, because for some reason it's also an anthem.
It's also who decided this
Flash.
should get? Who decided this
Flash.
should be an anthem?
I'm
Like
excited. I love this deck so much already.
It is.
What
It's
else is
insanely
going
good. So we've got like the regular good Merfolk stuff. Like we've got Mera Regery, which is once again another anthem. And whenever I play a Merfolk spell, I may tap or untap target permanent. Really, really good.
on? Best card, goat. Best card of the deck.
Incredibly good. Like absolutely goated Merfolk.
Like
Love
that
this
with,
guy.
That with Gilded Lotus. Ooh.
Mera Harbinger is a fun one. It came out. It's like one of the Lorwyn Harbinger cycles. It's got Island Walk. When it comes into play, search your library for a Merfolk, reveal it, put it on top of your library, which is awesome because I can then cast it from the top of my library. And then we've got the Island Walk package here. So, or like the unblockable Island Walk package sort of thing. So we've got Lord of Atlantis, other Merfolk get 1/1 have Island Walk. That's all Merfolk. So if anyone, I guess, has like an errant Merfolk, I guess you would be the only one to have like maybe
I have one in the deck.
an errant
Or a
Merfolk or Changeling.
Changeling worm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my chameleon colossus. Aha! You fool.
I've also got Master of the Pearl Trident, which is other merfolk you control get 1/1 and have island walks. That's only my merfolk this time.
Yeah.
And then Deep Channel Mentor, which is just blue creatures I control are unblockable. I've also got Quicksilver Fountain, which I don't personally run in my Simic Merfolk deck, but it's a fun one. So at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player puts a flood counter on non-island land he or she controls. That land is an island, as long as it has a flood counter on it. At the beginning of at the end of turn, if all lands in player islands, remove all flood counters from them.
Yeah.
Notice that did not say in addition to its other types.
It just like blood moons it kind of, but like
Yeah.
island stuff.
Very slowly just dots islands across the
slow
board.
blood moon.
It's a very slow blood moon. I
But it also
love this card.
But you're also an island walk deck, so once we have one island, I'm
And
like,
then,
dude, I'm unblockable, haha. I just died a million merfolk.
And even if that's destroyed, they're still islands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to like once it gets out too far out of control, we have to kind of just let it get
Yes.
and stop playing lands and like
It's sunk cost fallacy.
And then El Clasico. The absolute goat merfolk, Wonderwine Prophets, which helped me change a rule in the entire Hardcast season last time I played it, which is champion a merfolk. So when it comes into play, sacrifice a merfolk unless you remove another merfolk you control from the game. When this leaves play, that card's returned to play. And then whenever Wonderwine Prophets deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice a merfolk. If you do, take an extra turn after this one.
Have you seen that
Absolutely
one before?
incredible. We've seen this one go off. It's incredibly
Yeah,
good.
you can make so many merfolk tokens.
I can make so many merfolk tokens.
You can give it island walk, unblockable, and then we just kind of die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think possibly we'll have to double check on the ruling of this. I think possibly this is the card that makes them the islands. So if they had the flood counters, they don't do anything. Because this card also says the same thing, but makes it in addition to its other types when it has a flood counter. We'll have to check just to make sure.
Hey, Jacob.
Just because this one.
No.
No?
So it makes it an island as part of the ability resolving, rather than a passive that is on Quicksilver Fountain.
Just
So
making
it's
sure.
a part of the triggered ability.
Sure, perfect. Just make sure.
Jacob, can you pass me my phone that's on there, just in case we need to do any rulings?
I've got the rules that are relevant to me open already.
So, Avian, speaking of rules that are relevant to you, what do you got going on today?
I am playing a Judge's Worst Nightmare today. I'm playing Ivy Gleeful Spellthief. Ivy is a really cool card that makes really messy board states. So she is blue-green for a 2/1 flying fairy rogue. And whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy, you may copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. That's not just instants or
spells
sorceries, and it's not just my spells. So that's auras and mutate creatures. So I've pretty much got the full package of mutate. I've borrowed Trent's blinged out set today, which is
Love mutate.
very nice. It's very pretty.
Icoria's showcases were just so nice.
So cool.
Anyone watching want to call me out on the rules? It is 720.140. Oh, no, 702.140 if you want to go and look up the mutate rules.
Yeah.
Because they're super relevant and super weird. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with like mutating on top of Ivy so that she's no longer legendary, and then cloning her a bunch of times to make more things that trigger when you start mutating.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It can get really gross. I'm not going to go through all the mutate things because they all just kind of do similar sort of. They all do similar sort of stuff. Like do anything when
Just
it mutates.
search Ikoria set with keyword mutate on
Yeah.
Gatherer.
It's
I'll
like
see it all.
it's like I think if you do this right, it's that, and then it's like basically when they mutate, and then based on the number of times they mutated.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important because I think the clones you make don't, which is just mutate stuff. If you make clones of Ivy, the clones don't remember how many times they've mutated, but the original does, right?
The original
The original does because it's based on the cards.
Yeah,
does.
by definition. I don't think the second one. It's like it has all the stuff, like the mutate.
it has all the
line.
stuff, but it hasn't mutated to get the stuff. It is a single entity that doesn't have.
Yeah. I know.
This is why
I saw that.
this is why I'm a Pokemon judge.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
It's so
there's some
funny.
stuff going on here. I have done some research before playing this because I was like, all right, I need to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, like I said on the other, like when I played, what was his name? The Simic guy, the 5-mana copy guy.
Mommy of Vig.
Mommy of Vig, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Olmate, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same kind of thing where I was like, oh, Let me bring up every fucking rule so I can like do my research first.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna really enjoy the comments on this video.
Yep.
I
think Avian's right.
To back that up, I also have a lot of like just good single target stuff that works really well with Ivy that doesn't need big mutate stacks. Setters and training draws your extra cards and gives you thing trample. Same with Rune of Might. Eldrazi Conscription is a really fun one.
Annihilator 4, yes please.
Yes, yeah, just get a second copy of Eldrazi Conscription. Museum Skin, +0/+1 and Hexproof. I've got like 5 of these effects in the deck because they're really good.
I like the flexibility of that one, just having Overload as well. So you if you have lots of stuff,
This is one of the better ones, which is why I took it out. Charge through, give something trample, draw a card. If you can copy it a bunch, you draw a bunch of cards. Cackling Counterpart, you copy one mutate stack and you copy Ivy, which is no longer legendary because it's mutated as well. And then after that, when you flash it back, the copy token starts copying the copy spell, so you copy copies while you copy.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
It's good. It's cool and normal.
I'm so glad that we do live editing now.
Yep.
Sorry, Jacob.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this one works out. I've done like a little bit of soul searching with the deck to like figure out how it works. And I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, that's exciting.
All right, this game's gonna be fun and hell simultaneously.
It's going to be, look, if there's one thing it's going to be, it's incredibly quick. Like, this game's going to be super fast. We're all playing very, very, very fast decks, I think.
We're all playing like board-based aggressive creature decks.
Yep.
You know?
Which I'm a big fan of.
And that's Dominaria.
And that's Dominaria
All right, well, we're gonna
United.
shuffle up and get over to the game.
This has been
See you there. Hey there, welcome to the first episode of Hardcast Commander Season 5 here on the YouTube channel. To celebrate, we're giving away a special Dominaria United prize pack that includes a pre-release kit, a bundle, 3 collector boosters, and 4 Jumpstart Dominaria United boosters, all thanks to Wizards of the Coast. To be in the running, all you gotta do is enter your details at the link below in the description of this video, and if you want some bonus entries, use the secret word that's just come up down below. This competition is only running for the first 2 weeks that this video has been live here on the channel, so make sure you get in quick. Now back to the episode. We have all done our mulligans.
Yep.
Oh my
down
God.
to 6. You're down to 6 as well, right?
Yes.
And
I'm on
you want
7.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Cool. Let's roll to see who goes first.
Ooh.
Okay.
Strong start. Lucky
Okay, 7.
Nice and average.
7.
Yeah.
All right.
Time we can get big
Blow
numbers
on it for
though.
me.
No. Oh. Big numbers. Oh.
You are unlucky.
No, trust me. Watch this. Oh.
You won by 1.
Oh. It was all in the cards, man. We knew what we were doing. We knew what was up.
All right.
How many times have you trusted Trent and how many times has he betrayed you?
Honestly, it's just every time now.
It's actually
It's just
legitimately
every time.
All right, so we're kicking off.
We're kicking it off.
Let's go. Draw for turn. Oh. All right, let's start with. We're gonna threaten fucking first blood with the turn 1 Arbor Elf. Go to Piper.
All right. I'll see your threatening turn 1 first blood, and I'm gonna match it with a Tide Shaper.
Oh, Grudzicles. That's a. Ooh, whoa.
All right.
Card and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is prettier than mine.
Yep, mine's
I'm
F.
going to draw a
I
card.
both got the foil Innistrad.
I'll play a forest and an arbor elf.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
Dylan,
God.
come on, please.
You better have a
Yeah,
one
get
drop.
out of
bud.
turn 1 play,
You
dude.
better have a one drop.
Better have a 1-drop. Let's put him down.
Come on.
Oh my god, that's for Sentinel.
Boss. Hell.
Oh,
Looks like I'm getting hit.
I'm gonna upkeep. I'm kidding. All right. So, I'm
Don't
gonna
even play a land.
down.
I'll just make the 1 now.
To be fair, he could be threatening either myself or Avian's cards, right? He could be like, yo, you
Sack
know,
Avian.
Yeah, for
Who's losing the Arbor Elf?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Both.
they're both.
You want to take that bet?
What I'm gonna do.
I'll go down if
is-
it costs you a point, mate.
I know, right? I'm gonna play a forest.
You know it.
He must be stopped.
He must be. We are going to send the one at Dylan.
Oh, look, I already marked it down to 39.
That's crazy. I'm gonna do that too.
Oh, and Trent gets first blood.
Wow. Wow.
Nice.
Ba-na-now.
Did you buy it? Boss. Okay. Just
First blood. Did you play it? Did you play it?
Blood.
Like, does she have a card? All right, so then we're going to go that. We're going to go 2, and we're going to play down Nature's Law, playing a forest. I'm going to Utopia Sprawl the forest. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because the
Alright.
forest enters untapped.
Yeah, no, he's rampant.
He's rampant.
And now you got 4 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My turn 2 is going to be a little bit less interesting. Island pass.
Wow, that is pretty boring.
I don't think so.
You telling me you wouldn't like an island right now?
I mean, yes, that's when I'm going to play one.
Now. See, that was your first mistake.
2-2. That's a 2-2, dude.
Wait, what?
Because you control
Yeah,
island.
now Taji ever gets 1/1 as long as an opponent controls an island. It has kicker that I didn't use, so when it enters the battlefield, I can kick it and target land becomes an island for as long as it's on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's sick.
But I just wanted to match the turn 1 play, so I didn't kick it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm just going to play Ivy and pass turn. First one's already gone, so...
What's the point? I'm done with
What's
this.
the point?
I'm leaving.
Maybe it has a snakeskin veil ready with that arbor elf.
I mean, it's not a mana ability, though. It makes me nervous.
It's true.
I think I'm just gonna build my little artifact piece in the background, like Colossal Plow.
It's not the background. It's very much the foreground.
Over here in the corner.
Yes. Dylan's like, let me just resolve my permanence and not be a threat for a while. That's what I'm down to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to draw.
Yeah, you're a threat.
I'm going to Ancient Tomb as my land attack.
So
I'm
you've
going
got 8 mana this turn?
to 8 mana this turn.
8 mana turn
God.
3.
Turn 3, 8 mana. Well,
When
it
will-
was pretty crazy. Like,
When
I'm not
will
going to lie to
green
you.
be stopped?
So you're taking 2.
I'm going to take 2.
Ancient
I'm
Tomb.
going to play down Baru, Wurmspeaker.
So Trent's on 38.
Yep. Kenny's my friend.
48.
Baru is out.
And then we are going to
Oh, right.
pay 2. And I'm going to play Sylvan Library. Pass the turn.
Are you good?
Okay.
Are you okay?
That wasn't-
Uh-oh.
That wasn't nearly
Hello?
as bad as it could have been.
Could have been, yeah, could have been crazy.
Yeah.
Could have been crazy.
I'm still scared of Sylvan Library this early in the game.
That's a good point. I do get some card draw, but I can't afford to take too much damage.
I'm just going to
Sorry.
cast Mihail.
I choose green.
Millhouse?
My apologies.
Gonna-
Yeah. Hey, fun fact, if you turn this into an island, the enchantment falls off.
It's true. An island exclusively.
Alright, so Emperor Mihail. I'm going to look at the top card of my library because I can.
That's a free action, bro.
It is a free action, and I'm going to pass.
Cool.
That's a free action, dog.
Untap. Upkeep.
What is
Draw.
she doing?
What am I going to do? Who knows?
I'm going to have to get out of the mindset of wanting to keep 3 Merfolk untapped so I can tap to draw cards. Because that's just like hardwired into my DNA at this point.
So, recently, speaking of hardwired into my DNA, I was so used to Phyrexian Arena, the way it like just draws you a card, that when I read Black Market Connections, I just didn't read one or more. I really was just like, this card's like a pretty cool, like flexible Phyrexian Arena / kind of like gets you a treasure. Well, it's pretty good actually. And then like I was watching an episode of The Command Zone featuring Josh Lee Kwai and Jimmy Wong of Game Nights, and
Storm Chaser, right?
I love this card.
Yeah. 2-1 flying when it becomes target of a spell I control, draw a card.
What a neat little card.
It's good. And then he's gonna play Simic Growth Chamber because he tapped his lands. Big play.
What? What are you on about?
Simic Growth Chamber because you tapped your lands. And, I don't know.
Yeah, because you've already used all your mana.
Yeah, you used mana. Yeah.
No, I'm just going to not play a land.
Is it an active choice?
No. No.
He's giving his girl. He's giving his girl.
I will untap Forest and play Findwan Elephant.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Dude, where'd you get that one from?
Oh, I mugged someone for it.
That is a
so
lie.
It was you.
Oh, yeah, I handed
mugged
it to
them,
you.
Yeah.
When did you get one of those?
At least
I was
pretend-
working the event.
At least pretend
Yeah.
that I threatened you with a knife for it, right?
Okay, yeah, it was actually
I want
it was
to look cool.
Yeah, that
You wanna-
definitely looks cool. Of you.
yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
threatening me with a knife.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's actually based. Continue.
Well, you don't have
You know what?
flying or
Fine.
reach.
Yeah,
so
yeah, fine.
I'm just going to send two at you in the air.
I'll take 2 commander damage.
I'm sorry, you just you have 8 mana.
I didn't question you, man. Like, I was just like,
Dude, when did I argue?
yeah, bro. Who asked, bro? L plus ratio plus didn't ask, Avian.
Yep.
Are you done?
Yeah. Done with this game.
Well, you're not the only one.
Dylan's looking at his hand
Oh
like
no,
this.
you got lands, Dylan. Come on.
Oh, Paladin. Pass.
Have you considered playing card draw in your deck?
I do have card draw.
Or like some
pull it.
ramp?
I'm gonna tap for 2 mana. I'm gonna attempt to untap that land. Is that okay?
Oh,
You tap for 2 mana.
yeah, sure.
So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reshape the earth. I'm gonna play 10 lands from deck.
About this?
No responses.
Cut.
Response.
Um,
Cool. All right. Sure.
I guess my response is to cope.
Yeah. Seething and coping.
Yeah,
Oh, we're just
maybe even
gonna-
molding.
We're gonna play 2 games today.
Maybe.
At this
Maybe.
point, yeah.
We could. We
Like
might be able
one
to do
of the
both
five
games
days.
today. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play 10 land cards, not basic lands. I'm gonna play 10 land cards.
Tapped?
Tapped.
Okay, thank God. Jesus.
So let me put my lands down and then
You know, I thought my tribe was going to be the most kind of like, oh, you know, you got to like look out for that. I thought it was going to take a little bit more time for the worms to come out, but
Should have put Armageddon in this goddamn deck.
2.
Please no.
no, you shouldn't have. You really should.
Actually, no. You absolutely should have. It's a Boros equipped deck. You just suit up Armageddon and then kill everyone at the table. Like, that's legit
3.
strat.
Suit up.
So that's a Memorial to Unity, Menavolt, Nykthos, Rogue's Passage.
The fucking Nykthos, bro.
Holy shit! That's so much mana.
6,
Myriad
7,
Landscape.
8, 9.
At least didn't put this guy's cradle.
No, Jesus! Come on, come on. Oh. Thank God I didn't. Right? Would have just crushed into.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's the guy's cradle right there in half.
All right. That is literally all she wrote, obviously. With us.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
obviously.
everything.
Oh,
I guess that's all I can do,
That's it.
chat. I'm sorry, guys.
Whatever.
Sorry, comment section. That's all I can
It's a
do.
little bit whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as impactful now if you turn that one forest into an island.
Yeah, probably not, eh?
Probably not. Eh?
Yeah.
It'll help though.
You can turn Nykthos
Hey, that
off.
Nykthos though, yeah.
Yeah, I can turn Nykthos into an island, which, you know, I would if I could.
Are you worried about my 4/4 trample worm land?
Oh,
look at the top
yes,
card
I
of my
am
library.
actually, because that also reduced the cost of that.
It does a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast
also
Restricted
do the
Dockhand,
cost.
paying 1 to create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token, which I have in
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
It's very neat.
Yeah, you can tap target land.
I can do that.
Whoa. It's powerful.
Indeed it is. I still far less impactful than your last turn, though, eh? So I'm gonna...
I did play 10 lands last time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Technically true. My apologies.
Oh.
Alright, I'll untap my 2 lands.
You'll draw another one. Don't worry.
Yeah, hopefully.
Confidence.
Is it a land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Does it get you lands? Here's the real question.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is cast an Ordeal of Nylea on Storm Chaser Drake. And
Copies it onto Ivy.
copies it onto Ivy. So Ordeal of Nylea is when a shadow creature attacks, put a counter on it, +1/+1 counter. Then if it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Nylea. And when you sacrifice Ordeal, search your library for 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield tapped.
You have 2 of those. Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa, speaking of getting
So
lands.
3 turns, I'm going to get 4 lands.
Hopefully.
Hell yeah, dude. That's tight.
That's tight. So when I target Storm Chaser Drake, I also draw a card. Then I'm going to play a land.
There it is. The big play.
Answering my island. I've got not a lot of mana sitting there, so I'll go to combat.
So you don't have any reach though, right?
No, not
Yeah. I'm going to send 2 3-power flyers at you for 6 damage.
I'll take it.
Trent's
Out
on
of 30.
30 now.
5 commander.
See, if we can kill him before he untaps, Dylan, it's all up to you.
I mean, I have 2 cards
There
in
is-
hand. I'm still
there
playing
is
a
a way.
worm.
There is a way.
Go ahead, Dylan.
This is not the way.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pay 2 for a SRAM Senior Artificer.
I love
When
that
you
card
do get
so
online,
much.
when you do get online, think about that.
You got all the setup right there.
I know. Go.
SRAM was one of the first Commander decks I ever played.
There were like 4. I think there were like no, there's about 8 2-mana artifacts here that if I got it just would have been.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
You play Umezawa's Jite?
No.
I only found out that card existed recently, but
Right, trigger.
I think it's
So
a
good.
hilarious card.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I mean, it rocked every format for so long. I don't know if it was ever good. I don't know if it was ever good in modern, but it kicked the shit out of extended.
Is Extended Legacy?
Extended is modern before
I
they
think just
called it
start.
modern.
called it modern.
Ah.
At like pre-modern modern sort of thing.
Because it was standard plus.
Yeah, it was standard plus.
Gotcha. And what? And so that would make Pioneer postmodern.
Correct.
What was the one before
I
Pioneer?
guess.
Frontier?
Frontier.
Yeah.
There's so many now.
There's
Which
so
is
many
just like
formats.
people that spend hundreds of dollars on top tier decks.
Sandworm Convergence.
So for 8, I'll cast Sandworm Convergence.
Creatures.
With flying, can't attack me or planeswalkers I control. At the beginning of my end step. And at the beginning of my end, I'm sick of that. At the beginning of my end step, I create a 5/5 green worm creature token, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I am then going to pay.
It sucks.
Hey, so if you take Colossus Hammer, Ivy loses flying.
It's true.
Sure.
Just gotta steal that somehow.
I believe.
I'll definitely do that.
I mean, what if Dylan just hands it to Avian? Like, are you gonna?
Is there anything
Are you
stopping
gonna
me?
physically stop him? I don't
That's a
think you
good
can.
point. I had not considered that. Sorry.
I mean, rule 1 is the consensus at the table, right? If the table votes that you're not allowed to win, then you're not allowed to win.
I actually, yeah. The more I think about it,
Yeah,
Well, that's rule 0.
actually.
that is actually the true. That's true. That's true.
No,
That's
rule
true.
0 is the pre-game discussion. Actually, that's rule 0.
Well, you can have the pre-game discussion at any point in the game.
This is
And I'm gonna
this is
pay 2 to Ancient Tomb.
you have the pre-game discussion mid-game. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just read
Trent's on 28.
And then I'll pay 1 more. So I'll generate 6 green. Oh, I won't pay 1 more because I'll generate 7. That's more valid. I'll just put down a... There he is, Engulfing Slagworm. He's my first worm. Worm time. Worm. When he becomes blocked or blocks, he blows up the creature. I gain life.
Yep.
If I need to gain life, it should be pretty good. Then I will... I'm gonna make a worm now.
Okay.
So I have a 9/9 trample and I'll make a 6/6 trample. Someone to make me a worm. Do we have tokens for worms? Worm time.
Worm time. Worm time.
And then for
Bless you. Produce it.
and then for
Oh, he's like the little
1,
worm from Bookworms. Anyone remember that game?
2, 3.
Yes.
The bookworm
I do. I had to
worm.
think
And I'll
about
play
that.
last card in
Yeah.
my hand. It's Scrying Rat's Lock. We're gonna make more mana.
Oh, cool. The guy is
Bruh.
A Guy's Cradle, but it takes more steps.
It's Guy's Cradle with extra
Also,
steps.
don't get any creatures from it, which is
It
okay.
also inherently always taps for 1 as opposed to Guy's Cradle,
Is
which
it
doesn't
instant?
always tap for 1.
No, the top 4 is instantly, but the flip is end step, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a
Hey.
worm.
How many creatures do you need?
4 currently. Sorry, it needs 4. I have 4 currently.
Well, you have... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's just worm
Yeah.
showing up.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then,
Before you move to end step,
yep, so we're down step now, and then there's triggers.
I think I kind of want to get rid of one of your creatures so it doesn't flip.
I can mutable.
It'll make a dude and he has a mutable.
Yeah. So what happens is, if before end step, if this dies, this needs to trigger at the same time as this. So if this makes the worm,
Yeah.
like, it can't actually.
Oh, never mind. Continue. You're all good.
Perfect.
I
All right, we'll
actually read
Do you
the
need
card
a
in my
5/5
hand.
I need a
worm now?
5/5 worm now. So you can maybe like a bit of a more buff worm.
Hang on.
Muscular worm.
And that is turn there. Go ahead, Piper.
Untap.
I am
Up to
afraid
you.
for my life.
Draw. I feel like you should be, actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to look at the top card of my
So they keep
library.
hitting with my stupid birds.
You and your stupid birds, man.
You know, stupid birds.
You and the stupid birds.
Just you wait. The moment you get an island, you're nicked.
I'm
chump.
nicked.
Yeah, you're fucked, mate.
Well, I like to think of
Please bleep that, producer Dylan.
No.
Wow.
We're allowed to swear on YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah.
After
By
the
this
first
point in the
3
video,
minutes, I think
yeah.
it is.
First 3 minutes is no.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, it's like there's 2 layers of demonetization. If you just do like full profanity throughout the whole video, you get demonetized. But it's that
Yeah.
first 3 minutes where it's no swearing at all, even a little bit.
And there are a
There's-
few buzzwords that you just cannot say whatsoever.
Sorry, that's also true.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like a shy halud worm?
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's way cooler.
Oh, things are not doing too well for us right now, you know?
I thought you were meant to be the control deck here.
Dude, I'm trying my
This is
best.
totally out of control.
Well, yeah, what the hell? I also guess I blame you too.
Don't flame me, dude. Come on,
No,
man.
I'm just kidding.
What if I was actually it was just a choice. I just let you have all of this.
It's a good point, actually, yeah. That's why I think about it a lot.
See, I know what your plan was. So you let him have all of this because you know that I'm going to hit him with birds.
Yeah.
And piss him off. So he'll come for me.
Yeah. We get it.
I played a Gilded Lotus, and I swear to God, dude, if you take this,
Can you imagine?
I will jump the table.
I like this big difference between 1-1. It's either Shy Halud.
Yeah,
or
pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll just pass, man.
Oh, she's made it from Jim.
Yeah, I was just.
I was hoping you just draw the exact same worm with like a little buffed arm coming out.
How many cards do you have then? Jazz hand.
Oh,
baby.
jazz hand.
Good to see.
I mean, he's got Sylvan Library, so
Yeah.
It's going to cost him
It cost me a lot of life. to do.
that's
lot of
true.
life,
And you are on 28.
Yeah, I can't afford to just take 8 randomly.
I'm gonna
Tell that to Trent last game. He
Breeding
was
Pool
playing,
untapped.
paying a lot of life with Nashi.
Breeding Pool on tap.
Oh,
Avian
yeah.
down to 38.
I definitely wanted to play from exile, so.
Cringe.
and. Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, I'm
This is so
totally
scary.
okay if you want to just like Psych Rift.
I'm a bit less. I mean, yeah, actually, no, that's fine.
I'm gonna
I give you my permission.
mutate a Sawtusk Demolisher.
Oh, what a good card. Very strong.
So when I mutate it, Ivy triggers a copy. Oh, this is gonna suck.
You can put it over.
So I'm gonna put it over. It has a counter on it.
And it's a 6/6.
And it is a 6/6 trample flying Sawtusk. Ordeal. So I get a Storm Chaser Drake trigger first when I draw a card.
Yep.
Neat. Yeah, that is neat. And then I get the Sawtusk Demolisher trigger, which is when the creature mutates, destroy target non-creature permanent. Its controller
get two.
creates a 3/3 beast.
Yep.
100% destroy
Yep.
Sandworm Convergence, and the other one is going.
Target non-creature permanent. You
Yeah,
can
so
destroy
make those or hit them
Itlamok or
Or Mutavault?
well, he can pay 1 to make Mutavault creature again.
Is there much?
That's true. Yeah, got that involved.
What's the difference between you having?
I do have Rogue's Passage as well, which should mention that.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
relevant.
I'm just trying to think if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a May.
Yeah, you have to target something, right?
I think blowing up the Rogue's Passage might be the best option here because he still has to. It's still going to cost him 4 life to get at least 1 card.
Gilded Lotus. Though.
Extra card.
I'm pretty scared of this Gilded
I was going
Lotus.
to say, yeah. There's layers.
Don't take
There's
the
a
fucking
Gilded
Gilded Lotus, man. Don't take the Gilded Lotus, dude. Come on, man.
You can blow up the forest, then your Utopia Straw would fall off.
I'm just wondering if I'm dead to you this turn is the thing.
You're on 40, right? No.
38.
38.
I have a lot of power and such, but at least it's like I could definitely put it to the point where anyone can breathe on him and he'd die, and he has an island. So if I attack him down to like 3 because he's sent it all at me, then like it's like sending him a death threat because you could just kill him in response, even if I don't have anything.
No, I promise I won't kill you if you just don't kill the Gilded
can't.
Lotus,
You
dude.
can't give like freedom forever, right? That doesn't make any sense.
It is also every time it mutates.
Yeah, he's got more targets as well. Eventually.
Look, I don't think killing anything here is going to be valuable for me, and I'm genuinely scared of your mono blue deck having mana once he's dead.
Yep.
I need to plan for the future. I can't just be like,
Can't
look,
just have
you
a
can't
3/3.
just play these
I
giant
can make my own
Gilded
thing this
Lotuses
time.
and expect them
Yeah.
to survive.
You make your own beastie boy.
I will.
You're gonna tilt hard, aren't you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You're fucking dead.
Well, not anymore because she doesn't have that free mana.
But you got
You
2
strike
6/6
me down
flies.
now, Darth. I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Then we
Two
got to
7/7 flies actually.
they become 8/8s. So I'm gonna go to combat.
Do 16 damage.
I mean, he can just keep coming up to me. That's what he's worried about. We can just play this like back and forth game until we both lose. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing, trigger. 2 8/8s at you.
Damage in the air.
That's fine. I don't have any blockers, so
So down to 12.
yeah, we just play this punch each other till we both die game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll kill him for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we could definitely work
gave
together
you a
too.
3/3 for free.
Oh, stop! Not for free. For free.
You mean for wait?
I'll give Piper this one. You have this one here.
Have
right
I
now.
played a land? Yes, I shot that in. Go ahead, Dylan.
Next season, we could have a new member on Hardcast.
'Cause I'll
Oh
be
my
dead.
god.
Yeah. I am ready to get
It's a
murdered.
land.
Yes. Go,
I did-
Dylan. Go
You told
off,
me-
King.
You told me not to steal it, and I didn't steal it.
And I will play an Akiri Fearless Voyager.
Yeah.
And I still pass my 23 beast.
Oh, it's not an artifact.
I'm
No.
like,
Uh,
I am seething. I am molding. I'm positively
Alright, let's have a look at
fuming.
this silver mine. What do I need here?
Sit here and hang out. Look, everyone. How you doing?
I'll just...
I can crew the plow now, though. Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
I'll just keep the one. What are the other two though? What order? That's correct.
Everything is scary.
Um,
Because at any moment, you can just equip and suit up and kill someone out of nowhere.
yep.
I only have 2 artifacts on the field.
Yeah. But you can play any artifact in your hand, right? And you have how much mana now? 3? Yeah, you got
3 whole mana.
that's most of your artifacts in your deck, man.
Not as
remember?
commander though.
That's
Only I
true.
had them.
Well, you just play the base. You could top pick a baseline. Who knows? It's also like, yeah. I also, I just don't want to set a precedent that Avi just stacks me and I'm like, oh, I just won't swing him back. You know what I mean? Like, I
Sending
think
a
it's like,
message.
yeah, like that's pretty damn important. So I'll at least just go, like, Utopia's Sprawl.
You've got
And
to
I'll at
fuck
least
me
put
up.
down a Gala Greeters. That way when a creature enters battlefield under my control, I get a 2 life, which is something.
Oh my god, it's a promo one too.
It's a promo,
Dude.
Aussie promo.
What a
English
English,
promo.
yeah,
English
English,
promo.
English promo.
That's right.
Except
Aussie
for
promo.
Did you game life?
England.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm just marking down the life that I lost because I should be at what?
12.
12? Yeah. That's... All right. So then it's going to be.
I knew this round would be fast. I didn't think it would be this fast.
It's true. We're going to animate Mutavault, pretty obviously. And then we're going to. Yeah, we're going to combat.
Yep.
We will. So we have.
I am so fucked, aren't I?
Well, there's a lot of damage, but it doesn't kill you, I don't think. It's just a lot of damage, which is not good for you, but it's not terrible. It's going to be, so you have the 2 blockers, but these ones will all trample, so
Yeah.
9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3 with no trample. Plus 4.
How much is that in total?
I'm just trying to think if I think I also attack with Baru. And like, I just died at any kind of crack from you anyway, so I guess I just send everything, so that way it's like, let me just think, because like, I mean, Dylan's not going to have trample necessarily, so I should leave this guy up. I'll leave these ones up, but I'll send these at you. So the overall power is going to be 4 plus 9 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, and then 20 plus 6, so 26, 29 coming at you currently. And I will also make...
Has no trample.
I'll also, on the declare attacks, I'll also try and make the 3/3 unblockable, because it's the only one that doesn't have trample.
Yeah.
So I'll make that unblockable.
Just going to take 29.
Yep.
Avian down to 11.
All right.
I took 2 from shock.
Yeah, you went from 40 to 38.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, how much you take? 19?
Fucking 29.
29. Sorry, I math wrong. You are on 9.
9, yeah, that makes sense. That's more correct. Yes, 9.
Yeah.
All right. So then,
Bitch has an island too, so we'll
Yeah,
see
you
how
can,
long
you
that
can kill me.
lasts.
That's fine. Like, if I didn't do this, he wins 100% of the time.
well, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, that's
definitely,
got nothing to do with my guild lotus.
Yeah, that's right. They're angry about that. Yeah, you forgot the part where it affected them. Yeah, if you just killed 2 of my things, you wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah.
If you want to crack back at Avian, you need to remove his blockers.
You need to be able to kill him.
Well, again, we can always just talk, where I can just give you, lots and lots of turns.
I'm still on 40 as well.
You're still on 40, and I can also just play, because I'm literally dead to Avian. So if you can kill Avian, I can give you turns and turns and turns. I can give you like 7, because I just die, right? If I don't. So there you go, your turn. Turns and turns and turns of invulnerability, really. And then Dylan just has to kill me. Think of it that way, because then he's the one who's threatened by me, and he'll just kill me for you.
Sure.
Problem solved, right?
I'm going to have a look at the top card of my library, as I can do that at any time.
Nice.
Because you'll have to, right? Because I'll be coming after you.
Look, considering
Piper,
that
okay.
I gave you
You're gonna
that
kill
3.
Piper and Piper
You
loses.
gave
think
me
so.
the 3-3. You gave me the 3-3, huh?
No, it depends. Piper needs to also kind of get the Island Walker and the Anthems out. It's not impossible by any means, but...
Yeah.
It's...
Why do I feel like Dylan is just going to win this?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I keep looking at this and being like, all right, so like I can maybe kill you, you can probably kill me, and then, oh shit, Dylan,
I'm just...
you're like one piece away from
It all
suiting up.
relies on this.
Yeah.
It's true, of course, but that's okay. Like, it's still valid. Also, don't forget, what Avian's saying is you're also given the turns to breathe.
Yeah.
If you weren't given any... If you were like, gunning at you, you're right. Like, you don't have
Yeah.
time. But we're not gunning for you. You've got time to breathe, man. That's why Avian thinks you're going to win, because you've got a few turns of breathing room. And
You did me.
and if Piper can't kill Avian, and Avian has to go after me, which he doesn't, but he will, then, like, you don't have to, right? Because, like, we could just
What do you mean I
talk.
don't?
We could just talk, Avian. I don't like... You don't like to talk, right? But we can talk. You know what I mean?
You have 30 plus now.
Yeah, but I think you're in the position, right? If you... Like, I'm in the position to interact with you. You're in the position to interact with me, where it's like, sure, you don't attack me and kill me, but it doesn't mean you can't interact with my board. If you're holding the gun to my head, right, I'm at kind of your whim, where I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I'll give you a turn, but you could be like, Trent, I'll interact with you, but you can't attack me, and I'll be like, oh, we'll see. I don't know, who knows? I might just say, no, Avian, just kill me, because you'll attack, turn your creature sideways, and lose the game.
What
If you have no
blockers do you have,
blockers.
Avian?
Like,
Is that?
speaking of,
What blockers do you
I
have?
have 2 1/1s
2-1-1s.
that are mana dogs that I value very highly. Please don't kill them.
they also generate him mana.
Like a Gilded Lotus.
Yeah, would you value something that generates you mana?
The cool thing is, this is only 2 mana,
If
as
you
opposed
just-
to Gilded Lotus 3, so even if you kill both of those, he still owes you 1 mana of destruction.
If you just stop playing mana dogs and mana rocks, then I won't be able to kill them.
You know what, Piper? I really think you should attack Avian just for his ball.
Yeah.
Just for his ball.
Just...
I'm just
Don't
digging
even
up-
always look at the top, by the way.
I already have...
I'm just
sorry.
digging this hole
Fucking
further.
not
into
a
the ground,
merfolk.
aren't I? Yeah.
I'm just not drawing into any merfolk I need, It's really difficult. If only I had more mana.
Man, if only.
If only. That'd
only.
be fucking sick.
Would have been.
It'd be awesome, my dude. Shit, this is like I don't think I can kill Avian this turn. Because I know he's on 9. I've only got 1 Island Walker. So that's... He's got 2 blockers.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards do you have?
5.
That sucks.
Okay. 2 on 9. So that's... Oh, you can just choose to block one of the 3/3s.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, if you turn sideways, I'm not going to be sending anything at you, right? If you're going at Avian.
Yeah.
Because that's like in the kind of design of that deal, right? Obviously. Ooh. Uh-oh.
I'm fine.
You know?
Screen.
Alright, so I'm
Like,
gonna...
like an ostrich who like doesn't know that it's a different bird. Yeah, sorry, thinks it's a different bird.
So I'm gonna pay 1 and I'm gonna cast High Tide. So until end of turn, all islands produce an additional blue when tapped for mana.
Okay. You know
Can't
what?
destroy that.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
I can force will it.
That's true. Do it then.
Would you like to?
No.
Yeah, that's a choice.
Avian fucking brings force of will, man.
Yeah.
He's
I
got
am
the fucking-
magnanimously allowing your spell to resolve.
Yeah.
I thank you. I
think Piper's gonna start. I like this. What's gonna happen here?
This is gonna get worse.
It's gonna get big. I'm really worried.
So I'm gonna pay 4 for Sea Hunter,
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah. That's a good one.
and then if I pay 1 for 1 left.
I love, like, mercenaries. They were a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
They're cool.
So, like, a really cool... one of the first bands, like, one of the earliest bands was the mercenary deck in Standard.
And then I'm just gonna enter combat, I think.
Yep.
And I'm gonna swing out with all the things.
Yep.
At Avian. Was there actually a question there, Dylan?
Sure.
Alright. Arbor Elf. Just gonna untap a reading book. And I'm gonna pay a green for charge through. Targeting this. Copied to this.
The charge, so yeah.
So
Kind of draw 2.
draw 3 because of Storm Chaser Drake.
Oh, of course. So trigger the Drake first, and then yeah.
Yeah, so trigger the Drake first, and draw a card. Trigger the copy of the charge through, I draw a card. Trigger the original charge through. Sad. And then I'll block the Emperor. Take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Avian down to 2.
Yep.
Shock.
Yeah, that mono blue shock you have in your hands.
Then I still have 3 mana left, I guess. So I'm going.
Main phase 2, yep.
Yeah, main 2.
Oh, maybe not. Yes.
And then I will. Oh, this is Incubator calling Buffog.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
You have a 2/2 creature.
Yes.
What?
Turn.
I'm just asking.
Oh, you're asking for that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I have a 2/2 creature, yeah. I have a 2/2 mercenary. I have my Sea Hunter. I love that guy.
Oh my.
Good deal.
1, 2, 3.
I did not play a land that turn because I just chose not to. I just didn't really feel like
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
You
That
know,
makes sense.
yeah.
God,
It's pretty okay though. I like this.
play a forest.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This game is not chill at all.
No!
I'm chill.
This is brutal.
You have no cards in your hand.
I mean, yeah. It's pretty like we don't have many land drops either. Like, it's alright. It's pretty okay. Like, sure, I played a bunch of lands, but like I haven't done anything with it.
I'm not sure. I'll put that one out there in case it wasn't obvious.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fiending for a snack though.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Bit
Pretty
hungry.
interesting situation now. I think it's getting much harder.
I'm gonna go to combat. And I'm gonna send this a Trent.
Okay.
I know that there's a world to discuss some stuff here.
Yeah.
But I think if I don't kill you now, you're only gonna get like completely out of control strong.
That
Yeah.
works.
Do you have a stifle? Like, do you have like a counter tie activate ability at all? 'Cause
Maybe.
I was just gonna say, because if you do, that's okay. But if you don't, then you're still like that's just a death threat, right? They're still sending yourself to your death because that's mercenary bringing out the Island Walker.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I
all.
have things
Cool.
and stuff.
So how much power is that?
That's going to be.
That is lethal commander damage.
Just by definition. Oh, okay. Cool.
Trigger, sack the ordeal. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9 commander,
Cool.
and you're on 13 commander damage so far.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was on 12. My bad.
I mean, either way.
Either way, that's still lethal.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Sorry.
So I sack the ordeal, find 2 basics, put him into play tapped.
Yeah. So I don't think I have anything to really do here. No. I think it's like really all I could have done was make a worm. That's crazy, actually. Well, that's all I can do.
Damn
Crazy,
worm.
actually. All I can do is make worms.
Yeah, I mean, you made a worm deck.
Yep. I made worms.
You know what?
That was astounding how fast that came together.
That's, I mean,
so
you know,
scary.
Holy
it
shit.
didn't have any closers, unfortunately. That was the
Yeah.
problem. No way to close it
Yeah.
out. It was just funny.
Yeah.
I thought to reset the earth in the open. I was like, I can probably get to this, and then I drew the Nick though. No, I drew the
Is
Yo.
the Utopia Sprawl in their opening hand.
that'll be
Yeah,
on tap.
I drew that up, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do something with that. But I get defeated. But at least I don't, I got my 2 points. Got my first blood. Oh, and I cast my commander. Whoa, watch out.
All right.
Okay, you can be on the back foot at the start of the season. It's gonna do nothing.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Vesuvian Duplimancy. This one's interesting.
Neither of those were words.
So whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single artifact or creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that artifact or creature, except it's not legendary.
Very sure. I was like Orbar, but on an enchantment.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's
Orbar
pretty cool.
2. Damn, Orbar was so cool they made an Orbar 2.
And then I'm
So
gonna.
you can make a copy of that and a copy of that.
No.
Oh, that's when you cast.
Cast.
Yeah,
Oh,
because the copies don't cast.
Yeah.
They just copy and target.
It doesn't say cast that copy.
No, that'd
Yes.
be one step too crazy.
Yes. I just pass and die, I guess.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I've got some shenanigans I can do with certain things, and maybe.
Bro, look at that. Yeah. You did it, dog.
Alright.
Congratulations.
I play 4 for Helm of the Host.
Oh, holy shit.
Cast, I draw a card.
Enter, you draw a card.
Enters, I draw a card.
And now you have Metalcraft and everything's insane.
Free equipping. I am going to equip Helm of the Host. Do I want to equip it to Akiri and get a copy of Akiri? I think I do.
Maybe. I like Pure Steel Paladin, right? Because it's going to make you draw more cards when they enter, not so much when they cast, which is a bit weirder. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's cast.
See, and he's when they enter, so it might be better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
And
maybe
it's-
Kiri is the answer though, because she'll
also
be
res-
indestructible.
I also need to attack.
Mm.
And then I'm going to give Akiri...
But it's not her. Sorry, it's any of your creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
whenever I attack a player with one
Yeah.
or more equipped creatures, draw a card. But that I'm going to get 2 of those triggers now.
Yeah, I was just saying that my logic would be that I would like want to trigger off more trigger more when I play equipment more than trigger more when I attack.
Yeah,
Then I'm
that's true,
forced to
that's
kind of
true.
get aggressive in order to draw cards.
That's true. But what I will do is put the Colossus Hammer on Akiri anyway.
That's a good idea.
Fair enough.
Um,
Wow, is a vehicle. I thought it was an equipment.
no, it's a vehicle.
You can crew the vehicle,
You
and then you
can
can
crew
equip it with the fucking everything.
Oh, holy shit.
Actually, yeah. I'm going to
Yeah, you can like equip
crew the vehicle.
Well, you can equip crew it with just the one.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Equip for free.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll equip this to SRAM, and then I will tap SRAM to crew the Colossal Plow with his 12 power.
Yep.
I will then equip this to the Colossal Plow, making it a 16-13 with no flying.
Okay.
That's fine.
No trample? No.
No trample.
Alright, my 1/1 is
Um,
still doing it.
I am
I
going
don't think he's
to.
swinging it at.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm going to attack Piper with the Colossal Plow, and then I am going to So when it attacks, I get a trigger from Akiri because I'm attacking a player with an equipped creature, and it also gains 3 white mana, and I gain 3 life. So I go up to 42.
Yep, that white ramp.
Draw a card from Akiri, and then while that's on the stack, before we move to blocks, I'm going
Oh,
to
there's no way.
Path Your Mercenary.
What?
What?
Why?
I'm
That's the only way to
the
kill
only way to
Avian.
take out Avian.
That's the only way to get Island Walker to kill Avian.
Yeah. I
That's
only,
the
have, I
only
only have a
way.
1/2 Island Walker otherwise.
Yeah, they need this.
He's on 2 life.
Yeah, but they, as in like, okay, see this card right here? See
Yeah.
this what's happening? He's
Yeah.
going to make blockers. That's his whole idea. He wants to make blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that's his whole plan. He's going to make blockers. You don't want to make blockers, right? Maybe. Maybe you do. Who knows?
Okay, all right. Well, then you're going to take this 16.
I'm
anyway.
going to
Yeah,
take 16.
yeah. You're not gonna block
I
it,
was
that's
not
fine.
going to
Yeah,
block
yeah.
that 16, bro.
That's fine. Cool. Take the 16.
She needs the creature so bad.
I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
that
okay.
so.
20.
Need that more than I needed a Gilded Lotus, that's for sure.
Yeah, 24.
And you gain 3 life, correct? Or
I've gained 3.
Yeah,
I've gained
nice.
2.
Sick.
All right.
That card's kind of interesting. I really like that plow.
I'm not going to lie, if Avian gets one more turn cycle, I'm worried for all of us.
All right. Well, then second
That's fair.
main.
Yeah.
Like if I untap with Vociferous Diplomancy, so there's some
I'm
shit
going
to go
to. Oh, I also have a copy of Steel Paladin as well because
Cool.
of Helm of the Host.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna play Leon and Shikari with my white mana that I have.
Nice. Dude, you're so set up. This is exciting.
That's good.
And then I end my turn. This falls off because it's a blue
See,
creature.
not having inherent draw power
You
on
just-
my
Oh, it's
commander
instant speed anyway, doesn't matter.
is
Yeah, yeah.
devastating to me.
Okay.
Oh, you can equip it instant speed now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that one, yeah.
And then I pass my turn.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep.
I still
Draw.
don't know how this is going to come together.
Aw.
And I just died as Sawtusk Demolisher because I lose all my shit.
That's what I was saying. I was like, dude, like Avians, yeah. I was like, you don't want to lose your stuff. Because Piper doesn't have permanent removal, really. I meant, like, there's, Rift and stuff, but, like,
Yeah.
outside the basic classics.
Phase 3. Tap Sea Hunter. Response.
I guess not. That's hard to respond to.
It is. Look, he was right there.
Yeah. Like he wanted to be drawn.
He wanted. He knows.
Sure.
Now I can fucking shuffle my deck to get all these lands off top, which is awesome because I've.
Wait, I thought you wanted more mana.
I would have had more mana.
This Avian character.
He's
kinda huge.
asking for it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind of huge, actually.
He's asking for me to fucking take him out back, man. Like,
Yeah.
I will not just beat you in the game. I will.
I mean, I deserve it. I'm aware.
Like, look, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, this right here is the Verdalian catcher right there.
Ooh, that's actually quite useful, though. I'm going to...
Alright, so you got Lethal and Avian.
Yeah. Well, they got to keep mana open for responses if they have
Yeah.
them. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I want to... I'm going to enter combat. This is
Yep.
also tapped.
So do all
Oh wait, shit! You cast it. Sorry. I was waiting for you to cast that.
No, that
No,
is
that gets put into
just
play.
enters?
yeah.
It just
Oh,
gets put into
Jesus.
play.
Yeah.
Okay,
Straight
cool.
from deck.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah.
sweet. And so all your creatures have all your Merfolk have Island
All my
Walk?
Merfolk have
him.
1/1/1/1
Oh,
and Island Walk besides him.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
So I'm going to enter combat.
Yep.
And you have an island.
Yep.
So I'm going to attack you with these two.
And they're currently both. One's a 3/2 and one's a.
So what they're
2/2,
2/2, 2/3. Yeah.
So only that much. Do you have anything else to attack with?
This
Can,
one's
I mean-
can you attack with this at all?
I can. I just kind of. I do
kinda
kind of
free.
want a blocker to leave up
We
for
got the
Dylan.
3/3 and the 2/2
Oh, yeah,
and the
true,
3/3,
yeah.
so you have that option too.
Alright. Then yeah, I'll attack with these three.
So breathing pool. I'm gonna cast Range Skull.
In response,
Oh, hold on.
Hold on,
There's
there's
trigger.
a whole bunch of triggers.
Plus on an expert and a bunch of triggers.
in
It's possible.
response, I will still pongify this guy.
Oh my god.
Do you want to copy that onto Ivy or?
Fuck, do I?
Maybe, I don't know.
Better put Ivy into your command zone.
Well, they're
It
island.
gives me an untapped creature.
It does.
Island Walk.
Island wall.
Yeah, I'm hard looking for the top deck card draw off the Storm Drake right
That's
now.
fair.
You're attacking with 3. I'll have a third one. All right. That's fine. So
you-
this will die. This will fizzle. This
This-
one won't fizzle. I'll get a token copy of this
Stack.
stack. So it's Sawtusk Demolisher with flying and it draws cards.
And then you draw a card, and if it's removal,
Then I draw a card.
I'm not even gonna.
and if it's a 1 green removal,
I'm gonna put this here, and if you survive the turn, we'll actually write it down.
I don't survive the turn.
No!
No, not today.
That's a classic. There's a classic open a season of Hardcast where Avian and Trent just chew each other out of the game.
We just see each other from across the table and be like, it's fucking go time.
Our eyes go red. It's like, I didn't hear no bell. By the way, comment section, didn't hear no bell. Ring that bell, comment section. Didn't hear no bell.
Alright, main 2. I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm going to cast Mirror Harbinger.
No. Yes.
Finally, I cast a Merfolk off the top of my deck, and it top decks another Merfolk.
Do you pay the 1? You can't.
No.
Oh no.
Can I please have a look?
It's reverse Ristic Study.
So Sea Hunter.
Okay, now I gotta kill it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, look, Sea Hunter's pretty fucking good.
Well, there's another layer where also there might be a card that Piper's going to top deck that might be better than the card that Sea Hunter gets out. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind too.
Yeah, there's
There's lots of valid Merfolk, and Piper's looking for one right now.
There's just infinitely valid Merfolk, you know.
there was one answer in my deck,
Yeah.
which is the startle
Yeah.
to give -2, -0.
Yeah, that would be pretty good too.
It does reveal it.
Yeah, you'll go on top of your library face up.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, right, there's no longer threat assessment, right? Because it's 1v1 now. So whatever you reveal, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what I mean?
This is brutal though.
Dylan doesn't have any Shroud or Hexproof right now, which is probably most relevant thing, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
He does have an extra Field Skill Paladin, and that's kind of the one thing you need to kill,
Yes.
which is why the redundancy from
Well-
the helm is really nice.
Yeah. At the same time, it's one of those things where it's like also... Does it make haste as well? Yeah, I guess it haste.
Yeah.
But it's whatever's like got all the tough stuff on it in combat. If Piper can like instant speed bounce kind of
Yeah.
situation, that's
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
valid too. That's very valid too.
I just have no mana up.
No, so yeah, I mean to say like if you're looking for a card to go for and you want to draw it next turn, and Dylan looks to kill that Sea Hunter next turn. I mean, this is a layer where you top deck a card. You shouldn't. Maybe it's weird that you know he has path, but it's like you top deck a card and Dylan paths your Sea Hunter and you shuffle your deck because you go for a land. Is it May?
Is it May?
It's May.
Ah, so you
It's
don't have
May.
to. There you go.
Mm.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Because you go through all of this. We sit here for like fast forward with the editing for software. And then at the very end of it, Dylan's like, shuffle your library. And you're like, yes.
I think I will just go for profits.
Yeah.
No, just drop that main deck Soldier of Fortune with haste.
I like that.
Red
It's
tap
hard
shuffle.
because like you got to find the haste enabler, right? That's the hard one
Yeah, true.
because it's like many turns.
Many turns make light work. I was also thinking of this guy, potentially. Just make a lot of bodies.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
do
that's what you need. Lots of blockers, right?
Yeah.
Like quantity of toughness for when he inevitably gets trampled.
Yeah. Because he's also he could possibly Astor next turn as well. Well, he can
It's
Astor
so
next turn.
difficult. You
Yeah.
have the potential of just fucking one-tapping me right now, I think.
Yeah, it depends on what equipment you draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
He's like holding a hand with like Loxodon Warhammer, and he's like, yeah, I guess.
It's all right.
He's like grafted exoskeleton, Loxodon Warhammer,
swords.
and he's like, yeah, I guess that's an issue.
Yeah.
Conqueror's Flail.
Yeah. Conqueror Spell's the third card. That's your 3 cards in hand. Yeah.
What are the blue
Four?
swords?
I wasn't.
Oh, and a land.
And a land. There it is. Yeah. That's the land you've been sandbagging all game.
Yeah.
Because like you've had it. You're just like, I don't want to go too fast. I want Trent to die first so that I can take over the game. So I'm just like sandbagging a land.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
You wouldn't hit me, right? Because like I'm behind.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
I've had a friend who's done that quite legitimately before. He sandbagged a land being like, I'm behind. Like, leave me alone. Like, dude.
It's a world where that's like a 5-head super smart thing to do.
Yeah, there's also a world where you crawl across the table. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think I'll top deck. It's choice between these two at the moment, I think. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for Master of Waves.
I do like the
It's close.
critical mass. It is so
Yeah.
close. Because like obviously as non-creature, you can counter the equipments and artifacts.
Yeah.
Because he puts them into his hand as well. So that card
Yeah.
comes down, puts it into his hand. But it's also... Oh, no, actually, that is really good. Fuck it now. But you sacrifice your Merfolk to do it.
Yeah. Which is
Can be
very,
hard.
very
Which
scary.
is less creatures.
Yeah, right? And he's already got the permanents out, right? So that's like, the stuff you're scared of is already there. All right, Dylan. Do your worst.
Past turn.
Also, he's a 2-mana card because of the fucking nurses. Let's
Yeah.
go. So good. So good.
Got pro red too, which
Yep.
could be big. We'll see.
4. Astor.
Okie dokie.
Resolves.
I have no mana up. And I don't run Force of Will on this.
6. 7. Get.
Oh! Nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Oh.
And those were some cards.
God.
May I read? Sorry.
Sure.
I always forget.
Flip for an equipment or vehicle.
I was like, yeah, it just
Yeah,
great
top
balls
seven.
for an equipment or a vehicle.
Yep. Great balls. So it does. That is what Great Ball does. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Great Ball.
Right.
He's a Pokemon trainer. He's great balling for his new axe.
But
It's a-
sometimes you
it's
just
a-
whiff, eh? Like, that's
Did
what
he-
happened.
All right, I'm going
Maybe it's
to
Harley.
figure
equip Helm of the Host onto Astor.
Do you think it's like he has an Aegis Slash? That's his Pokemon. If he was a gym leader, he'd have an Aegis Slash.
Dude, absolutely.
Okay. We're gonna look for it again. Don't worry. We've got the opportunity.
3 to plow. And if I could equip it now.
Yeah.
Go to combat. Triggers. Astor gets a copy of Astor, Bearer of Blades.
Yeah. Top 7 again.
3,
No, I know what this needed to be.
5,
This needed to be the tribal sorcery that gives him an island.
7.
Oh, God, thank God for 2 Astors, am I right?
yeah.
Because that was not gonna
was
go anywhere.
gonna be
That
bad.
was gonna
Yeah,
be
because it's Merfolk card. This should have
Yeah.
been the 1 mana spell that makes him an island. That's what I should have searched for.
Oh, it's a card, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Card.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
It's a
convoluted.
vehicle.
That's very convoluted.
Sick.
When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. When it deals combat damage to a player, may put a
Oh,
creature card.
You haven't cast it, right? It's
I haven't
not-
cast it, yeah.
Don't worry.
It's going
Yeah,
to my hand.
yeah, just so you know.
I was like, do your worst with my 3 cards.
That Gilded Lotus is never coming back.
There's a
never
Pugnifier in
will.
there, though.
It's true.
That's true,
Oh, wait,
actually.
no, that only hits.
Is
Oh,
there
it
a
is.
creature in there?
No, there's
No,
only
no creatures.
instants and artifacts.
Just make Piper mill one. I hear that's pretty
Yeah,
huge.
it's easy.
Yeah, dude, easy. In Boros, like every second card mills them one. Where's that Codex Shredder, dude?
Turns out this is a Lantern control deck.
God, Lantern
Oh
Control,
my god,
Control.
Lantern Control.
I really wanted to build that turbo.
What did you
Lantern
put on
Control,
top?
just 'cause it's a
Master of
lantern.
Waves. So it's it's elementals you control get 1/1, and when it ETBs, I create a number of 1/0 blue elemental creature tokens equal to my devotion to blue. So I'm going to be making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
If, wait,
10.
10.
When it comes down. If it comes down with all that on the board.
Making 0-1 waves.
Making
One
One
zeros.
zero.
no, one.
And they get 1/1s, they're
Oh,
2/1s.
okay,
That's
cool.
2/1s.
So they kind of rely on him.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go to combat.
Well, you're already in combat because you made a
Yeah,
copy
yeah,
of
yeah,
Astor.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. I'm going to attack with my 16/13 Colossal Plow and my 4/4 Astor token. And I draw a card from Akiri, Fearless Voyager.
Nice.
I will block the 16 with my 3/3 token,
Yeah. Oh, I also gain 3 life. 45.
Life. Yeah.
and
I have 3 white Mania.
that doesn't do anything when it deals combat damage, right? It just when it ETBs.
Just one ETBs.
Alright.
And it's not his commander, it's a copy.
Yeah. Then I think I'll just take the
Take the 4 down to 20.
yes.
If I play that, I get to draw a card, but it does nothing. It is a crude vehicle. Or I can just play that for free. I'll do it now anyway. I'll play in Ardennes Intrepid Archaeologist. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may attach any number of auras and equipment I control to target permanent or player.
Cool.
Doesn't really mean much with the Pure Steel Paladins out, but you never know.
That's still neat.
I mean, if you didn't have this, it would be something.
Yeah. But also, it lets you attach to your
sorry.
opponent's stuff as well, which has like flexibility.
Yeah.
Like randomly coward and auras and stuff. It works a bit differently, but yeah,
Taking flying away.
yeah, that kind of stuff. Very, very valid.
This is tense.
This is very tense.
That means I can make a merfolk. At the
And give
beginning of combat on my turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature.
Yeah.
So I can Ardennes the Helm of the Host onto one of Piper's things.
and then next turn, you'll be
yeah,
able to make
Next turn I'll
one.
be able to
Yeah,
make something.
you're not on the same turn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's still funny. It's still funny.
And that's specifically the reason I chose Master of the Pearl Trident and not Lord of Atlantis, just in case someone
Actually,
could make a wiki merfolk.
I could stack these, right?
I think it's like if this triggers, right, it's triggering on the creature that it's equipped to. If you move it, it fizzles, as opposed to resolving on the next creature, right?
Shit, does it?
I don't know. That's
If
what
you
I'm saying.
trigger while it's to a creature,
It's not,
and
it's
then,
not targeted.
then before it resolves, you switch what it's targeting, I
That
think
might
it would
work.
work.
That might
I think
work.
it would work.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's a whack interaction, but
Interesting.
Okay.
Anyway,
You could just shuffle your own deck.
that's my turn. I can look at the top card of my line.
Oh, you could make the
anytime.
Mihail. Yeah, that's true.
Or I'll make a 1/1 Islander.
Or you can make another Astor. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, this is very
Yeah,
good.
all right.
All right, mate. I could just make another
I mean, to be
Astor.
fair, the 1/1 Island Walk is not a joke with the
No, it's absolutely
Actually,
okay.
yeah.
Thing that you can do. So
A 1/1 island
Saying-
walk with
draw for 2.
Colossus Hammer on it.
Yeah, this is not a joke. This is like a legit plan for how you win.
Yeah.
This is how you get evasion.
Interesting.
Alrighty, so I'm
Do you
going
have
to...
the counter?
Not
No.
yet.
Merfolk out? Reasons.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what that card could be.
Yeah.
The 1 mana white card that you showed us earlier.
You don't know! Shut up! No, it could be swords instead.
2.
Could be one. It could be anything.
I'm going to pay 2 for Master of Waves.
Pathing
Oh,
what?
actually no. I'll wait till it resolves and the trigger goes on stack.
Yes. So yeah, it does so
Okay.
no response.
No
It then-
response, and I'm going to pay 1 to make a Merfolk token as well,
Yes.
with
Okay.
Mihail.
Actually, you know what? That's fine. Actually, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we know. Stop it.
Okay.
We know.
Okay, so I'm going to make 10
10
waves. 1/2 waves.
2/1 waves.
2/1 waves.
Waves.
Oh.
So I've got 10 2/1 waves.
Do you have a sack outlet at the moment?
No.
In a mono blue.
She has the ability to sacrifice an Merfolk to counter a spell.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to tap 3 Pacey Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
No responses?
No.
Is Sea Hunter errated at all?
What do you
For
mean?
To be a Merfolk permanent card, rather than just a Merfolk card, because tribal didn't exist back then.
Maybe, I reckon.
Is
Can
that,
you-
is that a judge check? I'll check it.
The Merfolk is on the
Is
producer
it-
screen. But
It is a human mercenary.
That is
What's
correct.
the rule say?
search your library for a Merfolk permanent card and put it
Yeah.
on the battlefield. Yeah, so it is errated, but it's a minor errata.
Yeah, I think it fundamentally kind of works the same way it did.
Yeah,
The medallion's out. Nice.
there's just a weird corner case where it's like errated to be that you can play permanents
Yeah, yeah,
for
absolutely.
free.
That'd be
with it.
amazing.
Also, I have a second one of these as well, so I'll grab a doy.
And now the medallion hexcatcher is on the battlefield.
Yeah, Medallion Hexcatcher
Yep,
on the
yep.
battlefield. I
Because
just
you
played
let
it
the
with the
mercenary
Ingram.
resolve.
Yeah.
And it goes straight to the battlefield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sea Hunter is one of the
strong.
best cards in this Merfolk deck.
He's one of the best cards in Merfolk Tribal, and he's not even a fucking Merfolk.
Yeah, there's a goblin one too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mod catcher.
Mod Catcher. It's gross.
Yeah. It's gross. Very good. Very good.
It's not okay.
They're a really cool, funny little tribe that was designed for the game to end in.
Where's
like
my
3 years.
waves?
I made them and I didn't give them to. Give me a second. They're 1 0. So I want to paint them blue because they need blue devotion. They got blue eyes.
Look at him go.
Look at him go.
I'm proud of him.
So I'm putting.
Oh, that took me so long to figure out what the hell that was.
Yeah, it's hard.
But you are still on 42, Dylan, so it is going to be a bit
45,
of a-
right?
Oh yeah, 45.
45, yeah.
That cloud's been gaining life.
Is your tens?
Actually, because one of them has summoning sickness and one of them does not.
Just for now.
Yeah, just for now. Just for now, not forever.
You can use my space if you like.
Thank
I will magnanimously allow it.
So I'm going to enter combat. And I think I'm just gonna, because I've got 10 blockers. And how many creatures do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So you both like have a +2/+2 anthem happening right now, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because she's a fucking anthem for some reason too. Like, who designed her?
She's awful in limited, but ridiculously strong at this. Had someone play 2 against me in a limited game.
So
It hurt. It's the only time it was good.
you don't have an island.
Yeah, that's well, yeah.
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 Small issue.
Small issue that we have got going on here.
You do have like tap a land as well, which is something to help out a little bit when he
Yeah.
goes to his upkeep.
You need mana for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're out of mana. Didn't you see
Yeah.
that? Well, even look past your creatures, just like no, doesn't exist, Trent.
You know what? I can't really attack you with anything. So I'm just gonna, I think, just pass turn there.
Okay, interesting, crazy.
See, now we're even on lands too.
Whoa, close game.
I love seeing that. This is what Commander is about. Like, starting off strong does not mean you win.
That's it.
You know?
That's what multiplayer is all about, right? Just by
Yeah.
definition.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to Chaos Warp your Dalian Hexcatcher.
I'm going to counter it unless you pay 1.
I am going to path it as well.
And I'm going to counter that unless you pay 1.
Okay. I will pay 1
Which one?
for the
Which
path.
one? Would you like to pay another 1?
Yes, I'll pay 1 for the path.
Would you like to pay another 1?
No, I cannot. So
Sweet.
path is counted.
Yep.
And Chaos Warp is counted.
I mean, it does clear a few Merfolk
Yeah,
off
no,
my board.
it says
so-
the jump
Good,
off. Jumps off, but that hurt.
That is so crazy,
That's so
dude. That
crazy
is
good.
so crazy good.
That is not okay.
That is like,
Ooh,
that is
Cool.
bonkers.
Ocarinos.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
I've got a Helm of the Host trigger and an Ardennes trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the Helm of the Host trigger first on the stack, then Ardennes.
Yep.
Ardennes is going to move Helm of the Host. He's going to put it on your Merfolk of the Pearl Trident.
Okay. He gives other Merfolk you control island. Okay.
Is that resolve?
Yeah. I don't think I can do anything against that.
You can. You can sacrifice it if you don't want me to have it.
No, you need a target.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't sack it without a
Oh.
count, without something you can target.
Okay, well, in
Yeah.
that case, instead, target that. Cool. And then the Helm of the Host trigger.
Like, I'm pretty sure that works.
Hmm.
I can't think of a reason why that wouldn't.
It's just like Helm of the Host rulings do read that it tracks the creature that it was first equipped to in all situations, but it just doesn't have on its gatherer pages anywhere where it changes. So I think it's fine. It's just like it says, like for example, if this triggers right and the creature leaves, it makes the token of that creature, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's like it tracks from the very beginning of its act of its trigger. On all of its gather rulings, it tracks when it first triggers. So I think if you move it over, it's still
On
gonna
all
be
of its
fine 'cause
gather
it's new.
rulings, it tracks whatever its last equipped was. Like,
Correct, yeah.
similar to how when a creature dies,
Yeah.
it'll track like what its power and toughness was or something.
That's right. So I think when you move it, it just knows that this is the equipped creature. So it's,
Yeah.
if then
Yeah.
this left, it would just make a copy of that. Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so it's going to
Otherwise
make
it
a
tracks,
copy
yeah.
of that Island Warp thing.
Yes.
And then, once it's made that copy at instant speed, I'm going to equip a Colossus Hammer to it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to tap Leonin Shikari to crew Colossal Plow.
You need like formal power.
Yeah.
With crew 1.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh yeah.
And also he could just instant speed, tap, instant speed back. So there's lots of options.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will move to combat. So I will hit you for 12
Yep.
Island Walk, and I will attack with the Colossal Power and gain 3 life. Going up to 48.
Do you want to block the colossal plow at all? It's a 6/3.
Yeah. I'll be blocking the Colossal Plow with a wave.
A 2/1 wave.
Yeah. So it doesn't have trample?
No.
Does it? No.
Okay, so you go down to 8. Damn.
God damn. That's such a weird interaction.
I will
It's cool, right?
It's really
pass.
cool.
It's cool.
And this has got to be one of the like only ways that you can achieve it.
Arden's the only bit. Yeah, he's really interesting. That's why I wanted
Yeah.
to mention the whole like equipping your opponent stuff, because there's always something you can do.
Yeah.
Did you want to unequip your Helm of the Host?
Can do it at instant speed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There it is. Wait,
Maybe
Nick
comment on
though.
your
Shrine
turn.
de Nix. Or Shrine to Nix,
that
the
what-
English one.
Is that what you're looking for?
No, the top of my library is what I was looking for.
Okay.
So I'm going to, so I tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Nikos currently taps for 9 mana,
Mhm.
which I will do. So I'm going to add 9 blue to my mana pool. I'm going
boy.
to use 2 of it to cast Surge Spanner.
Yep. Becomes tapped. You may pay.
Oh, he's not as good without having fucking
Kamina out.
Rough. That's fine. So I now have. Can I grab a dice to help me track my floating mana?
6, right? Because you pay 1 as well
Yeah.
for a Merfolk. Yes, because it
Yeah.
costs 2. Yeah.
So I have 6 left.
Yeah, Surge Spanner is another one of those like, this card will win you the game.
Yeah. It's good with Mero Rejury as well, because I can tap or untap.
Yeah. Well, that was the classic.
Yeah.
How many
Lord
creatures do you have
Merfolk deck
untapped?
That was disgusting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Don't think I can win this.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh no, because
Oh.
it's already on there. So it'll make another copy of that, right? That's what we established.
Yes.
Unless. No.
No.
It'll only do that if it's
When it triggers.
when it
Okay.
triggers.
Not permanently. Like, if you get rid of this, it's not going to make another one.
Yeah, but he
also,
already has one.
Yeah, once he has one, that's all you need. So you just need to get rid of the thing that it has and the helm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the hammer.
Oh, the hammer as well. That's a good point.
That's kind of
Sorry.
the big thing.
I forget about the hammer. Yeah, of course. But the hammer he can possibly get back. But you do have the Medallion Hexcatcher, so you can stop him if
Yeah.
he tries to get it back, that kind of stuff.
I'm going to use 3 of this.
Alright.
And tap Sea Hunter.
Ooh, very good.
See what I can do.
Yeah, because there's a possibility where you still play a... Oh, this is cool stuff. You can still make a Rejury, and then if you get a Merfolk on the top, you can cast that, and then tap the Surge Spanner.
Yeah.
And then...
It's a lot of if.
tough,
There's a lot of-
There's a lot of ifs. But
There's
it's
like a lot of weird lines that might get you out of it.
Yeah, I don't see like, God, the real line that gets you out of this is Lightning Greaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the line that seems
that'll
to get
do
you
it.
out.
That's what gets me out
Yeah,
of
the
this.
Wonder Why with the
Yeah.
Lightning Greaves. But you still need ways to get unblockable, because no islands, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You've also, like, you do have a lot of power on board, but it's not 48 a lot.
It's not 48, yeah.
Because, can you just put down the one that makes all your creatures unblockable and then attack the game if you have, do you have lethal at all? Because you have the one that just says blue creatures are unblockable.
That's true.
That's just a Merfolk in your
That's
deck.
true. So I
So
currently
if you
have,
count your power, can you just kill Dylan?
let's see, 4, 5, 9.
Everything has plus
Not
2.
this guy.
So
Not
this guy is
guy.
+1,
Yeah.
and this guy is +1.
That's true, yeah.
So, alright. So
Okay.
let's do some math.
Let's do some
right?
math.
Let's do some math.
We all know
So
that's not my strong point.
We've got
9.
9, so 18 power, because they're +1/+1.
Yeah.
So 18 power plus 4 power. Plus 0. Sorry, yeah,
22.
So 22 plus 3, so 25, plus 2, so 27, plus 5, so 32, 32 plus 4, so
36.
36. 36 plus that was this turn. Nah, see, 36? Not quite. 36. Oh, if you play that from the deck, shuffle the deck, and cast an Anthem off the top, you can win.
Yeah.
That's true, actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, I don't know what's in your deck.
You got to play it out, right?
Right? I don't know.
There's a world where that's
The
gonna,
win.
like, there's so many lords.
Yeah, there's so many lords.
There's so many
A
lords.
few of them are already out. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
2 of them are out. But there's Rejury. That's a lord, right?
Rejury's a lord.
There's the other.
Sovereign's a
The
lord.
Sovereign. There's the Lord of Atlantis.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
And they're all 3 mana or less.
And they're all 3
Yeah.
mana or less.
You can potentially cast a couple of Merfolk beforehand if you get
Yeah,
lucky.
if you get on top as well. Yep.
you know? It just has to be in your top few, assuming there's Merfolk on top, right?
Yep.
Hoping, praying. So, yeah. Okay.
Is Dylan going to take his first win?
Oh my gosh. Dylan's going to take this
Hey,
season off with a win. That'd be crazy.
He won a game last season. He's not
Yeah,
his first.
No, I mean the first
The first
win
one.
of,
Oh, okay,
of the
yeah.
season. This, yeah.
It was
All
worded.
down.
It was worded pretty
was
rough.
worded
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Like his first ever win? Like question mark?
It's all downhill from there too. So
I don't know.
That's true. Well, let's see if it's all downhill from here.
Okay. You know what? We're just gonna
Look for it.
pray. It's gonna pray to the Merfolk gods.
Yeah,
Whoever
Dylan's
else.
kind of just opened. Like he just
Yeah.
needs, like now that you have an unblockable board, you just need a lord.
Yeah, I just need one more lord, and then we're good.
Well, is one more enough though? Right?
Two
One
more.
more.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think
It was
so.
what, 36?
36.
Yeah, 36.
36 to 41.
So I need two more lords.
You need 2 more lords.
Too tough.
Two lords.
It's much tougher.
Is
No,
it?
no, it's doable.
Colossal
Doable.
Plow winning the game
Yeah,
for me.
Colossal Plow coming in.
Actually, I don't think I can.
Someone gave me shit for that too.
You've got
Because that's 3. Because this is.
Like no, it costs nothing. You're playing it straight from the deck.
Oh, that's right. I'm playing straight from the deck. Never mind.
Yeah. Are we sure? By the way, now that we also know there's 2 lords coming. Is this absolutely the play? Is there anything else you can think of right now?
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is Regery.
But what is Regery even?
to maybe
Regery
bounce.
hopes that I bounce. That I tap this to bounce that.
Well, which
Yeah.
one do you bounce is the problem.
No, it doesn't matter, right? You have.
I have to bounce the
Sorry.
Iron Walker.
You have. No, it's a
You can
permanent.
make another one.
It's a
You
permanent.
have to bounce the hammer, and then you have
Yeah.
to sack a bunch of merfolk to counter it.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
The hammer's 1 mana though.
That's what I'm saying. You have to suck a bunch of merfolk.
Like,
which just
so
you just
many.
lose. I think you just lose anyway. You're 8 health. Yeah,
And you're on
health.
8. Yeah, you just
Wait,
die.
you
died in normal combat.
So I can't. Why can't I bounce the Merfolk?
Because he'll make a new one in his turn from your merfolk that has haste.
That's fair.
Yeah, make a new hasty one.
Yeah, and
Then I can equip it flash speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
Unless I cast. Okay, unless I cast 2 Merfolk,
Yeah, but then
and
if
I
you-
also bounce this, so we can't make another one.
that's important. If you just cast 1 merfolk and bounce this, that is valid.
Yeah.
I still have.
But he still has
you
one.
can bounce
I need to cast 2 Merfolk.
You have to get Regery out and cast 2 merfolk.
And then he still has
the rest of the board.
the rest of the board.
It's okay
Which you have
because I
blockers
still
for.
have blockers for that.
Oh yeah, you.
I just need to. Okay, so we're gonna get Regery.
Okay. Yeah, the bet here is, do you gamble for 2 merfolk on top or 2 lords on top? And
2
merfolk
Merfolk
on
is
top
definitely more
right?
likely than 2 Lords on top.
Yeah,
For real.
definitely more likely.
For real, not.
On
For
God.
real.
It's so difficult.
We had any hasty stuff, right?
If only.
Yeah.
If only.
I think this is it. This is what we got.
I think this is what I have to try and do. If it's another fucking land on top, I'll leave.
Just extend your arm out. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's land on top, extend your arm out, but that's nothing you do.
Who do you offer the cut to?
Dylan.
Brave.
Maybe the architect of my own demise.
I mean, we've both betrayed you 1,000 times, so it's
It's true.
I mean, actually, no. You cut the Surge Spanner to the top, I think it was, which was really
okay.
good.
Yeah,
That's great.
and I've done nothing against you this game. So
Literally nothing.
Yeah, literally nothing.
Absolutely not.
Literally
no
nothing.
gilded lotus.
Not a
at
single
all.
thing.
I gave you the tools to defeat me, which was a 3/3 beast.
That's the tool that I used to beat you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, what's on top?
Oh?
Okay.
Is it just like the blue creature unblockable one? Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Trigger.
Trigger, make a Merfolk.
Dude, if you bounce the bounce the Harbinger
Oh,
first.
and I trigger make a Merfolk, and then I use my Regery trigger to make Surge Spanner tapped, which will then I will then pay 2 mana.
Yeah.
To
If you don't make a merfolk, right?
yeah.
You can
Yeah.
bounce this first, and you can.
Oh, true.
no, Trent, don't ignore me. I was gonna be like, you can, because the thing is, you can recast it and cast off the top again, but then you just get it. So
Yeah.
I'm a fool. Yeah, no. So I
Okay,
guess you
so
just
I
do
need
it
to
that way.
I need to bounce the token,
Yep, and then you bounce your creature as
and
well.
then I need to bounce my creature.
So I don't think you can make. Don't make it merfolk.
Don't make a
token,
Merfolk.
right?
Don't make
Just
a
in
Merfolk.
case.
Yeah. Don't make a
Because
Merfolk.
that's just to yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. You use.
I use one of it.
Well, you
So-
use 3 mana, and that's untapped.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And if that's a merfolk, it'd be really funny if it's a 5 mana merfolk.
If it's a 3 mana merfolk, that's bad enough. We need 2
Wait.
mana for the Surge Stunner.
No. I should
No, it's a 5 is the worst because of this.
bounce
Oh, yeah.
Harbinger first.
Yes. Why is that?
You've
Because-
already seen the top. It's a bit
Yeah.
like that.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I should have bounced Harbinger first because then I can guarantee that I can play another Merfolk
By recasting.
by
which
recasting it, and which will guarantee a top deck of another Merfolk.
Yeah.
But
But then put it back on the battlefield
then
for his Helm of the Host.
Den will just put Helm of the Host on that again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but it
It
just
needs
puts it
to
back on the
stay
battlefield.
balanced.
It needs to be in your hand at
Yeah.
the end of your turn, which is the bad one. So.
Which I mean, I could still.
The Merfolk on top also needs to not have Island Walk.
You can bounce. yeah.
So many reasons.
Yeah,
you know?
so. Yeah, exactly.
What's on top?
Not a Merfolk.
I don't think you have it then. I'm so sorry to say it, but I think...
If only I had a Gilded Lotus, things would be different, you know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I highly doubt it as well. Don't worry.
I think I'd still be dead. I think he still would have tried to kill me.
Oh, I don't know about that, actually. I genuinely don't think so.
I was on 9 and I
Yeah.
had 2 enormous creatures and protection for them.
I think so, but I think Piper was scared of those creatures necessarily, because Piper has all the interaction to deal with them. And what can get further with that. I think they could have been like, I know they didn't go for anything that bounce stuff, but like they could have gone for some interaction as well. Because they could do this kind of stuff to you as well, which I think they could have gone to. It's one of those things
I
where
had
like
3
I was,
sources of Hexproof.
yeah. I mean, nobody knows that.
know.
Nobody knows that.
I know, I get that. It's just
And,
like,
and they have multiple sources to stop your hexproof cards. But yeah, there's like nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
What?
I could have played this and maybe I could have untapped this and maybe done something. No, I don't know.
Is it?
it is a permanent.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you get. Because like the same problem is like you went and got this, right, with him. Oh no, this with him.
Yeah.
So what else do you get? Like if this didn't resolve the problem, what does?
Unblockable
Is there...
creatures.
Oh, hold
yeah,
on,
but
hold on.
that's an
There's
answer.
only so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
deliberation you can do before you have to actually throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Can you come back from this in this position? Because I don't think you can.
It's possible though. That was possible because they put down the Lord
Yeah.
and they tap.
The
It's not
Lord
impossible.
only gets you to 241 out of 48.
But this is
The first Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
But there could be a shuffle and a second Lord.
Yeah.
And this puts down the unblockable and then a second Lord is up the top. That
Yeah.
is possible.
That is possible.
Was there anything on top that you can use? Because
No,
It's,
it's
it has
like
to be a Merfolk.
discussing what could have been done is kind of a
No, we're
moot
talking.
point.
Yeah, of course. We're just saying that when they bounce the card, it was that decision. When they choose to tap the search spanner.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Okay.
GG.
GG,
Thank
dude.
you.
Yeah, it wasn't past the point of like the game state though, Avian, because we're talking about this tap here, not the actual like bounce. It's not after they know this. It's not like based on this. It's
Because
like
I can also
after
look.
that.
I can look at my top
Yeah,
of my.
we're saying after that, when the tap happened,
3, 4.
to tap this.
So
instead
you're
of,
talking about like
one
pulling,
step
pulling
back.
that back.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
one step back.
Yeah.
Only one step back. That's right. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the context.
Okay.
You're playing out your turn when you attack the game.
I'm just having
Okay.
a look at stuff.
It's like
Just have a little look-see poo.
Dylan just sat there twiddling his thumbs.
yeah.
Mm.
He's like, no.
I won!
GG.
GG.
Well done. Well done. Woo!
Once again,
Well,
I feel like I just want to keep this deck.
It's cool.
Like
It's very
so
good.
many of the decks that I've built recently for Hardcast have been just so much fun to play.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Once again, I'm reminded that not having inherent draw power in the command zone in Merfolk is a little cringe, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
There are so many times there where being able to give something unblockable or give everything 1/1 counters or draw a card would have been so fucking useful.
Yeah,
And to just, I miss Kamina, man.
Yeah.
I think obviously,
I mean, it's too good, unfortunately. It's just
yeah, I think that's right. It's very hard to compare. This, like I said, when I was talking about like the build of this deck, it was like this is all the amount of words on this card is very cute, but it just doesn't translate to like winning the game. It translates to like making a couple of Merfolk, which is
This is so good in the 99 of every Merfolk deck. Like in the 99, this is fucking
I was
phenomenal.
about to say straight into the 99 of Commander.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
100%.
absolutely. That's where he was.
I think there's like a valid, very like probably very expensive variant of this deck that I think operates really really well.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think it just needs a lot more like consistent win conditions. I think cards like River's Rebuke and stuff is stuff that deck play needs more
Yeah,
of.
you can build like a full blue like fuck you core to this
Like
deck.
washout stuff.
Yeah.
I think like you go with like a lot of
Yeah.
that, and then you just
Yeah.
rely on having a few tokens.
yeah. I
Um,
took out a lot of that from this deck, and I kind of regret it.
And there are a lot
yeah.
of incredibly rude Merfolk as well, right?
Yeah.
Like minus Hull Breacher, may he rest in
Like
peace.
the
May he rest in peace.
catcher.
Yeah,
That was rough.
that was crazy.
Just seeing you, I could kind of see it in your eyes, like as you started to realize.
Yeah.
like, oh no.
What?
When the hex catcher came out, where you were like trying to find the space for your card, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, that the catcher resolves. That's fine. And then hex comes out, and it's like,
Yeah.
we've passed. Oh no.
And then trying to resolve that Chaos Warp.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. Like Sea Hunter is just
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. See,
Disgraceful.
the
A part of that
hex catcher.
that Chaos Warp and Path ending thing was more about reducing Piper's board state at that point.
Okay.
I should have
Because
stacked.
I knew that if they're like, I felt like I didn't have the numbers on the board to really defend against a wall of Merfolk.
I just totally forgot what we had spoken about last turn. I should have just sacked all of my Island Walkers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And then none of that would have happened.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad I didn't get to do more shenanigans with Pursuit and Diplomacy. Because
Yeah.
this is the card that makes this deck go completely insane.
That
Oh,
card
absolutely.
goes completely insane.
Yeah.
That card is
Oh,
insane.
That card's wild.
Yeah. Just really gross stuff you can do with that.
Yeah.
Orvar was already like, when he dropped, was already doing crazy silly things, and that card is even crazier. Big
GG
enchantment
though,
as well.
everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that was such a sweaty 1v1 at the end of the day. That was so sweaty.
So
My
sweaty.
palms are-
I felt it
Very
during the
fun.
handshake.
Yeah.
Even I'm all clammy.
It was.
I was chill.
Yeah,
I played a
but-
9-mana ramp spell.
He's a defined goal, mate.
Like, I played a 9-mana ramp spell and then died, and I was like, that's mono green. Like,
I played Worm.
dude,
Hell
I've got mana I can't spend. Like, so cool.
Yeah, that's a classic green.
Look at all this interactive mana I don't have because everything is fucking creatures.
You know what I should have done? I should have played from my deck Strip Mine, Wasteland, and like Field of Ruin, and like Ghost, and just like blown up all his Avian lands. That's what I should have done.
Oh my god, you
Yeah.
should have
Like
done
his
that.
Simic Growth Chamber and his Breeding Pool, just bang bang.
Who was
I have
it-
the lands to cover it. Like, why didn't I just do that? I'm playing.
Which one of you
why
said
do
I
that?
think Dylan's gonna win?
Me. I could see it straight away.
Yeah.
I knew.
Once the dominoes started to fall, we kind of all saw where
You
it was going.
two- you
I
feel
think
like-
you had a chance, definitely, and it was obvious.
There were
Yeah.
just there were a couple of misplays on my end, like not stacking all of my Island Walkers after we had just talked about him making a copy of my Island
your
Walkers.
Island Walker. That would have been the
that
thing,
was
yeah.
probably the play that I could and should have made.
I mean, I didn't see it either. I think it was pretty convoluted.
So there's that, but otherwise you two are like two cats that you need to like keep away from each
We
other.
are.
There's a reason you guys are sitting diagonally. I
I'm
feel
scared of
as
this much
far
more,
away as you
okay?
can find.
Well, also, I was gonna say, also consider that like there was no interaction happening
There
from
was-
outside of either of us. Like,
There
we
was,
were,
Yeah.
there was, like, it probably would have worked out better if we'd just been like, hey, I'm just going to hold a gun to your head.
Yeah.
And you kill these guys for me?
yeah,
Cool,
that's right.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You-
probably would have been a good idea.
You did open the
Because I think it also means. No, go ahead.
you did open the conversation with I think there's room for talking, but I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
And then you like killed Trent and opened yourself up for death. And
Because
that was
every
like
time I talk,
Yeah.
everything goes bad.
That's
okay?
fair. No, it's valid. I think
that's fair.
I was trying to be like, look, it's you can turn me on people, but at the same time, it just kind of equates to Dylan using removal on me, right? Like pretty quickly, and I lose my pieces. I become like less and less relevant, and then somebody wins because nobody has interaction left because Trent had too many permanents on the board.
Yeah.
that's true.
So
That's true.
yeah,
It's not having access to a haste enabler for my extra turns man as well. It's a little bit rough.
Yeah.
But I didn't like I said, I also should have top decked the the sorcery that gives you an island as well, as opposed to any of the other merfolk, because
Yeah.
that way I would have had all of my island walk enabled and I would have just been able to pop basically. So
yeah, a turn earlier would be really big, really big. Really
yeah, so that was another thing. But hey, you know, where you can identify where you went wrong is always good, right?
big. Yeah, good learning experience, right?
And I did nothing wrong.
Nothing at all. You made no mistakes.
No mistakes, not even one.
Zero
I can't think of
mistakes.
one.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple, but then it
Oh,
was,
I can too, it's fine.
it was early enough within the mistake for everyone else to be like, no, don't do that.
I definitely, yeah, I was gonna say, I also, yeah, I do think it's also very much a reflection of like, I'm just gonna play every card in my hand until I win. So I don't think there was room to make many mistakes. Like outside the path Chaos Walk thing, every single play you made was, I put another permanent down that does insane shit.
Boros, man.
Boros, baby.
Boros, baby. Dude, Boros just beat mono blue. Never let
sorry.
people tell you that Boros is bad because
Yeah.
it just beat mono blue. So
Exactly. Sorry, I mean to say explosive shit in the combat phase. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't have a single mono red permanent out on the board. So
Great, I guess.
That was white.
That's cool. Very good.
Congratulations.
Oh yes, very cool.
White's gotten a lot of love recently. So
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
didn't see like the Tithe or the Tax or the Sentinel
That's
or any of
true,
those
actually,
cards.
that's
So
true,
you know,
actually.
it just kind of
The one with the OG white equipment good stuff.
Appeals to a Paladin, the Onishikari. They've been
I'm
around
not
for a
gonna
long time.
lie, I saw a lot of that white equipment stuff, and I'm like, like Grix's equipment deck would love that.
Love
Would
that.
love all of that so much.
All right, well, let's head on over to the points to see where this season is kicking off.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, please, thank you, producer Jacob. All right, so in a tied last place
As is tradition.
Trent and Avian on 2 points.
Yep.
I called that. I said we're dragging me straight to the bottom. We're dragging each other straight to the bottom. Like crabs in a bucket.
We've been doing this long enough.
Next one, the one next one.
We've been doing this long enough that we can all see where
yeah,
this is going
no,
from
the other
like
one.
the minute we
Yep.
start.
It's like deck build,
So-
hypothetical
yeah.
game.
I see this square and I'm like, all right, so here's how it's going to play out. He's going to come first. We're going to kill each other.
Yeah,
You know,
every
that's-
game.
Yeah.
And it's up to Piper if it's fourth or second.
And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, Piper either comes first or last, depending on
All right,
whatever.
Yeah,
Depending,
exactly.
on, depending on whether or not I kill
and
The Gilded
the
Lotus.
Gilded Lotus.
and the reason Trent's on 2 is because he did get first blood.
Yeah! woo!
Yeah.
And that was a contentious first blood.
That was a very contentious first blood.
I earned that first blood.
To be fair, Dylan gave it to you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's how I know I earned it, because it was given to me.
In second place now, Piper on 3 points for coming second.
Wahoo!
And me for thus begins my very short-lived reign in first on 4 points.
Hey, you gotta be first at some point, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, first to something.
First to no longer be first, I'd say.
Look, honestly, first to make a fucking Island Walker in a Boros deck.
Honestly, yeah, actually.
Yeah, first to make, in chat, like, comment section, tell me the last time you made an Island Walker in a Boros deck. And don't say like the Traveler's Shoes that give land walk. No.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't
No,
count.
that does not count.
That's it for this episode. Thanks so much for joining us. If you don't forget to click like on the video if you enjoyed it and want to see more great content like this, and subscribe to the channel. Get the bell on, get notified every time a new video goes live here on the channel. Working on so much more. If you want to pick up any singles as well, we do ship worldwide at tcgsingles.store. Use the discount code VGLive to get 5% off your order. Thanks so much, Trent, Piper, and Avian for
Thank
playing
you,
with
Dylan.
me today.
Thank you, Jacob, as well.
Yeah, thank you, Jacob, for producing.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode, which is Legends Retold.
More Dominaria United.
More
Which,
Dominaria
which is
United.
all very exciting. The new Legends cards are really
There's some
cool.
really cool ones.
There's some really cool ones.
So look forward to that in 2 weeks right here on the YouTube channel. I think that's it. Don't forget to do the competition as well. Description.
Yes.
The link is in the description down below.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
Bye.
Stay safe. Wash your goddamn hands.
Bye.